and I'll give a quick disclaimer. Yeah, so for reasons, we don't have a streamer today, so I am streaming the DM view. If you are a player in this campaign and you are watching this, please stop and just listen to it instead, because there's going to be visual spoilers everywhere. For example, hiding invisibly on this dashboard is Matthew, and he's right next to another character, and I don't want him to know that literally that miniatures would following him around constantly. So these are the kind of things that are hidden from the players that you guys shouldn't be aware of. All right, cool. With all that out of the way, we're gonna need, excuse me, language, sir. All right, so we're gonna need a recap of what happened last week, and then also we got our factspiration question for the week. And I would recommend not getting into a fight with Darius, because I guess I'm rolling for Darius, and I did a bang-up job last time. So get ready for a lot of consequences. All right, here is the D3 Hundy. 195. Also, if you're looking at chat, I want you to know that Miss Danica did not fight a bunch of Dusk Elves. I was trying to figure out why Classic Initiative was broken. A mystery I have yet to solve, but I have to get solved by tomorrow night, because Prime uses Classic Initiative. Oh, okay. If you could remake your character, what would you change?
God.
Everything?
I don't think
Question
I need
mark?
to answer that.
Why?
Yeah.
So let me clear chat. I'll post that question up. Marinate in that question while somebody gives us the recap. We don't have Darius to give the recap. Is anybody else brave enough, bold enough, kind enough to do the recap? Otherwise, I will continue to add more inspo to the enemy's pool of inspo. Looking for dice rolls. Going once, going twice, and sold to Eric for 15. All right.
Somebody has to do this, boys.
I mean,
Okay.
technically no one does, because I could do the recap, but I
No,
like it more when the players do it, because it gives me perspective. I'm like, oh, that's what they thought was important. That's one of the main reasons you want your players to do the recaps. All right, go for it.
Okay, last off on The Walking Dead Furry Edition, now and forevermore. Am I right, guys? We were in the middle of a fight fighting a pack of wolves, which sooner turned out to be werewolves. And things turned a drastic turn for the worse. Darius was dropping to prone, somehow managing to contain them for a very long time. Reed lost his foot, left or right, not sure which one, but all we know is that he runs slower than a toddler,
Aww.
and is weaker than a toddler.
Hey, I increased my strength, so I'm actually better.
This feels slightly targeted. This feels slightly targeted, but continue. Also, it was the left foot. It was the left foot that got eaten. So, all right, keep going.
Tiernan and Ismark pretty much handled the werewolves.
Dang.
With a combined effort from Irenia.
Reed killed two.
And
like, I legit killed two.
Hey,
of the
listen.
three we killed.
So what's happening right now is he's teaching everyone a valuable lesson about when you do the recap, you get to do the recap. So, all right, continue, Eric. This sounds fascinating. All right, keep going.
I was knocked unconscious and was bleeding all over the floor.
Okay.
And apparently Donkey managed to make his way out.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can assume. After the fight had concluded, and two of them ran away with their tails between their legs, we took a moment to sit down, rest up, before transferring back over to the Vestani campsite to take a long rest, because going any further would be suicidal. For most people. One in particular probably would disagree, but you know, that's that.
Okay.
We did, however, learn that during the fight.
Hello? You okay?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay.
We did, however, learn that during the fight, some of us were bitten,
Mm.
and apparently following movie tropes, we were infected with some sort of like lycanthropy,
Mm.
and therefore, during our rest at the Vestani campsite, Darius Tiernan approached the Dust Elves to find a way to cure us of this infection.
Mm.
One of them mentioned a hag in the direction of the winery in which we were going for our quest.
Mm.
So we have an option, of course, and a time limit of 21 days to the full moon. And that's where we left off.
All right. Well done. Go ahead and take a either Factspiration or DM Inspiration. Which would you prefer?
DM inspiration.
All right. And would anybody like to answer this Factspiration question for a Factspiration die, a Bardic Inspiration that will last the whole session? Let's see. All right. 13 from Eric. Going once. Going twice. And sold to Eric for a double feature.
I guess if there's one thing I would have to change, it would be playing a fighter.
Yeah, you think you'd rather be a fighter than a blood hunter?
Yes, because
Interesting.
paying
Interesting.
hit points, bringing yourself closer to death in a
Mm-hmm.
deadly game as this
Mm-hmm.
is foolishness.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
I would heavily advise anyone from trying this.
Interesting.
If
Interesting.
only someone had warned you about
Yeah.
the dangers of that.
They did,
It's
but I'm
nice.
stubborn.
It's nice to have this conversation recorded. This is fantastic. All right. Well, Blood Hunter Eric. You may ask the same question of any NPC you've met previously in your adventures. And I know this is a weird thing for an NPC to answer, but I will make it work. So, because the NPCs don't really have a player, and then I didn't design them, so it's a whole thing. But ask somebody, I'll give you some kind of answer.
Mm-hmm.
We'll basically say if they could respec a part of themselves. You know, it's the D&D equivalent of the plastic surgery question. So.
Yeah, I was going to ask, would Matthew be considered an option?
Yeah, he was an NPC that you met during your campaign.
Then yeah, Matthew.
All right. If Matthew could have respec'd something about his character, he would have trained insight so that he would know what a son of a bitch, backstabbing traitor his uncle was. So.
Yeah, I was going to say that he'd probably change his background to just not be.
I was not betraying him. Okay.
All right. So, on that note, we can hop into the world. Hop into the world. All right. Let's see. Get this thing started. Have this playing low in the background. Oh man, no, I always forget that this particular one has the lyrics. I'm like, which of these Vistani mixes can we actually play? There we go. There we go. It's the sad one, of course. All right. So in the background, they're playing the sads, and yeah, you guys wake up. You had all this money in a bloody bag. Darius had just a shitload of money, and then being a real one, he shared the money with the group, and then you went right over to the Vistani, and were like, "Can we buy some stuff?" And they were like, "Sure." Because they are having difficulty trading with the town, so they'll trade with you guys. And it looks like, according to Anna's receipt here, that you got a silvered axe for Tiernan.
Woo!
You bought silver bolts, 10 each for Eric and for Reed, 9 sets of winter clothes, 4 tents, and that's it. That's. I mean, I don't mean to say that's it. That's a tremendous amount of resources. So good stuff. All right. Does anyone need that stuff added to sheets, or were you able to find it in the compendiums?
I don't think the silvered stuff is all in there as separate items. I think we'll just have to like modify stuff to do it.
Oh yeah. So you got a battle axe, is what you got?
Yeah,
Okay. So yeah, I'll drag you in a battle axe, and then we'll make it silvered.
I've got a battle axe already.
Oh, well, I mean, you still have your old battle axe. You just have a silvered one now. So here,
Okay.
we'll put silvered, and then you guys need silvered ammo, I'm assuming. So I'll bring that over
Yeah.
for you as well. Let's see. Icons, weapons, axes. Do any of you look more silver than normal? Yeah, that one for sure. Alright. Alright, there you go. Get your silvered battle axe, which is worth 110 gold pieces. Good times. Alright, and then I'll just steal Irenia's silvered bolts and give them to you guys. So. Alright. Oh, I got silvered crossbow bolts here. Alright, sweet. So. That was for Eric and for Reed. Alright, you guys also bought Reed some crutches, you said.
Yeah.
It's basically like his birthday. Alright. So in order to track the use of your silvered crossbow bolts, you would plug them in. Oh, it looks like you already made yourself silvered crossbow bolts. Alright, my bad. Well, here, I'll delete yours and we'll use mine. There you go. And apparently there's 14 in that stack. That's a good way to
Lowered
store
mine to
things.
10.
All right, sweet. So yeah, under your crossbow, there's a little drop down, and you can swap out ammo, and it'll track your ammo that way. It's very handy.
I added crutches to my tools. They're what, 5 pounds? Right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right, great. Seems like everything's in a good place. We're having a good time. Very excited for everybody. You guys tell me what you would like to do. We'll say that you're buying and you're selling and you're bartering and you're breaking camp and you're checking out equipment will have burned, we'll say 2.5 hours. So we'll say that it is 9 a.m. So it's entirely on you guys what you do next.
I believe the intention was we were going to head towards the winery.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we know where Jenny is, but
Mhm.
if she's on the way, we will stop there
Okay.
and listen to what she has to say. If she's not, then we're going to head to the winery.
The instructions were, when you got to the crossroads where you got jumped, instead of going north or south around those woods, you just walk straight into them. So either the Dusk Elf is trying to help you guys, or he's, I guess, pulling a deadly prank, like a 2023 YouTuber. So, we'll see what happens, I guess. If that's the case, and you guys are setting out, you have no final preparations to make? No one wants to poke their head back into the town or anything? You're just gonna keep...
I do want to have a brief conversation with Arabelle, if possible.
Oh, the little girl?
The little girl.
Yeah, I mean, under the watchful eye of the Vistani, yeah, sure, she's around. You find her.
Okay.
And let me see. Throw her out here. There we go.
Good morning, Arabelle.
She looks at you and says, good morning. You are carrying many burdens on this cold morning.
I am. Do you remember me when we brought you back to your father?
Yes, you were with the others that helped save me.
I have two questions for you, Arabelle.
Of course.
One is we have a girl that travels with us that can't see. And I met someone that called her a seer.
Hmm.
And you were called a seer. Is
Mm-hmm.
she like you?
Perhaps. She sees more than people think. And in time, she may see even more than that.
Okay. The other question that I have for you is when we brought you back to your father, you were able to name all of the boys. And you knew who they were, and you knew something about them. But
Mm-hmm.
you didn't say anything about me. Why?
She says, as she looks at you, because you are too many people.
What do you see when you see me, Arabelle?
When I see you, I see a girl who is very afraid. And I see a girl who is very sad. And I see a shadow that holds a crown above your head. And now I see the shadow of a wolf hunting the other three.
What other three?
The sad girl,
Um,
the scared girl, and the crown bearer. If they are not careful, I think the wolf will eat them.
Thank you, Arabelle. Who else heard that?
I mean, I'm assuming
Who would be present? Like, was
yeah,
Arabelle there?
yeah, the Vistani were nearby. Yeah, so yeah, Aragorn would have heard it.
Okay, just
Yeah.
give him a look. Thank Arabelle and move back to the others.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Reed just does a casual look around. Does he see any fibrous plants, like some sort of like cotton or whatever Barovian equivalent? Asking for a weaver friend.
Like just wild
Yeah.
and about. Let's see. So looking for stuff like that can definitely be a camp activity, or if you guys move at your half your normal overland speed, it could be done as exploration activity.
Half of normal overland speed with Reed with us.
I'll wait till we camp.
Okay.
Be literally crawling.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could buy some fabric from them and stuff if you just wanted to do that. But
I mean, all I can really do is turn fiber into fabric and then
okay.
fabric into blankets. So
Okay.
I mean,
and rope, right? You can.
yeah. I think I can do that too.
All right. Cool. Okay.
I had wanted to speak to Arabelle before Amber. Yeah.
Okay. So you waiting patiently to talk to this very young girl?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as Anna leaves, Aragorn looks over at you and says, I see that my daughter is very popular. Arabelle, you will be polite, yes? And she says, of course, father. They saved me. What is it that you need, Eric?
When we met, when we brought you back to your father, as he'll gesture over to Erode. You mentioned that Matthew was following me.
Mm-hmm.
In what way and how? Because I've seen a ghost, and I haven't seen his.
He follows you. Even now. Do you see him? And she points past you towards the woods. And do you follow her gesture to look or no?
I do.
Okay. As you look, you see nothing. And she says, "He sees that you see him. He is coming. He is coming closer. He is running. He is running towards you." And she grabs hold of Aragol, and Aragol looks at you and says, "What are you doing? What have you brought here?"
Probably a vengeful spirit, and Eric would leave immediately.
All right.
And you said she pointed towards the woods, right?
Mm-hmm. The woods where the road leads.
Okay. He'll rendezvous with the rest of the party.
Okay. All right. So, you guys are ready to head out then?
Yeah, Tyrion has just been packing up the whole time.
All right, fair. All right. Let's see. Let me get you guys on the road. Here we go. So, we're going to track distance to the crossroads. And then from there, you can make your decision if you go into the woods or not. So, I believe from the Vistani camp, it is not very far at all for you guys. Yeah.
I assume Vanilla and the other horse, they are riding horses, not like big war horses, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so only can carry one rider?
Ideally one rider for overland travel, but in a pinch, they could definitely have two riders. Yep.
But haul and ass can carry a cart with a person, though, right?
If the person's in the cart, yeah. Like,
Yeah,
he
okay.
doesn't want anyone riding on the back. But
Yeah. Then Reed will be in the cart, if that
Okay.
matters.
all right, what speed?
Oh, we were gonna let Agatha ride.
So what is the slowest speed of the party, so that we can calculate your new travel distance if it has changed?
With Reed on the cart, I don't. What's the donkey with the cart go? Because otherwise,
it goes 30. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, probably 30 then.
All right. So let's see.
Yeah, if Reed's walking, it's 15.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay. All right. Yeah. So it takes a little less than 2 hours. So we only have to roll one encounter, and nothing happens. And you guys reach the crossroads. And these are the crossroads where the attack occurred. I guess I should ask, after the battle, it sounded like you guys sort of like just rolled out. You were just like, let's get out of here. So my understanding is that the bodies were left behind of the dead werewolves.
That would be correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So when you arrive on the scene, The bodies are no longer there. I will say that the weather for today is windy, as it was yesterday. So it's got a steady wind, 50% chance of extinguishing candles, torches, and unprotected flames. And it is also cold. So it is good that Anna had everybody get cold weather gear. And you would have figured that out pretty early in the day that it was cold. So you can assume that everyone is wearing their cold weather clothing. If you do not have your cold weather clothing, every hour you have to make a Constitution save, or you take non-lethal damage, just kind of as it's wearing you out a bit. It doesn't go for stress or exhaustion. It just kind of like whittles down your health.
Is there a cold weather clothing item I should add, or?
I believe so. Let me see. I will make it available to everybody. You should now find it on the items tab under sundries, or just search for it at the top. If you search cold, it should show up as cold weather clothing.
Yep.
All right. And cold weather clothing is pretty heavy. It's like 8 pounds. But it, it's got fur and all that good stuff to keep you warm. All right. And let's see. Play some musics. There we go. Here at the crossroads, you can go north around the woods. You can go south around the woods, which takes you closer to Argynvostholt. North takes you closer to werewolf territory. Or you could follow the instructions given to you by the Dusk Elf, and you could go west into the forest.
Anna looks at the group.
All right. So I could throw up a poll if you guys would like.
What if we stop by on the way back? We'll know how much time we have there. Because we have to come back to town after we get this whole wine thing sorted. Isn't the timeline on that technically more pressing?
It is, and I agree with you.
Okay. And then so you don't need a poll. You're just gonna go. You're gonna ignore the woods for now.
I have
Yeah.
someone's silver dagger. Whose is that?
It's
It
mine.
should be Anna's.
Okay.
It got passed around a lot during the fight. For good reason.
There you go.
Thank you.
When Reed killed those 2 werewolves.
Did he though?
Now that sounds made up to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I listened to the recap. I don't remember that coming up. I do remember Eric bled all over the floor, which sounds accurate. And I don't know why he would bring up such an embarrassing detail if he wasn't telling us the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So
Well, to be honest,
roll
Eric
the
was
tapes, guys.
unconscious
Roll the
for a
tapes.
bit. I don't know if he was conscious when you did that. So that might actually be a valid in
In his
character.
unconscious body. Yeah.
Well, I just feel like Darius is like over here grappling 2 werewolves with one hand, getting just the shit kicked out of him, and you're like, so it was pretty much Tiernan and Eastmark did everything, and then you're
damage-wise, I think is what
and
he
then
meant.
and then you're like, and also, and I was like, here's Darius's or Reed's accolades. You're like, Irenia, and I was like, okay,
What?
that's a flex. And Irenia's like thumbs up in you from like like behind the camera, like, yeah, good answer. Okay, so you got north route, south route, or woods. This will possibly affect random encounters. That's why I'm asking at these crossroads.
Which one looks like it has the safest random encounter?
Well, one says, do you guys not? Oh, I'm like, why isn't anybody voting? So apparently, if you have hidden roles enabled, you also hide polls. That's fun, and you cannot show polls if they were hidden. Can you guys see them or no?
The
Yeah, I
which
see
way
it.
one?
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
see the
yeah.
which way one.
Okay.
Yeah.
The north wolf route, south ghost route. That sounds great. Or woods.
Okay.
We do have a ghost hunter with us though, so I
Mhm.
feel like we'd probably be safer on the ghost route.
That's literally what the words that she speaks aloud to you, Tiernan. She says, Oh, well, you have a ghost hunter with you, so you're likely to be more safe if you take the ghost route.
Uh, the other question I have is,
Uh-huh.
do we know if like silvered weapons make it easier to affect ghosts? I can't even remember if
So
that's a
yeah,
thing.
something that I've been learning in this game, in fifth edition D&D, where you're actually worried about monster weaknesses and stuff, is that The Witcher has bamboozled us. There's really not that many creatures that care about silver outside of shapeshifters and lycanthropes.
I mean, like in
There are a handful of like edge case scenarios where certain undead are hurt by silver. But for the
in a lot
most
of
part,
older
yeah.
fantasy they are.
Oh, for
Like,
sure, yeah.
but yeah, I wasn't sure if that
In
ever made
in
it because
earlier editions of D&D, silver could be a really good fill-in for not having a magical weapon, but there were rules for like silvered weapons wearing out because they were basically like the poor man's solution to not having a magical item, essentially. Um, but for the purposes of this, this is moving more like that was second edition. Third edition moved into not ethereal but incorporeal and needing ghost touch. You remember ghost touch and all that bullshit. And then 4E kind of like, I don't know, it was like ghost hate force damage, which I mean that's a valid claim. And then we get into 5E, and 5E is very like kind of weak as far as weaknesses. Now we have
no,
weaknesses. Yeah,
that is probably
yeah.
my least favorite thing about 5e monsters.
So
Is
I purchased for this campaign something that Daniel Kahn and his buddies worked on, which was monster weaknesses. So all the monsters in the world have actual weaknesses. Some of them are really cool. Some of them are very situational. But they all do technically have them. So if you're using recall knowledge, if you're finding tomes and texts in the world, if you're spending time with NPCs who are natives to the world and kind of learning the lore and stuff, you will be able to start using that recall knowledge to kind of pull some of those facts and those ideas. But silver again is mostly for dealing with werewolves. There are again a couple of edge cases where there's other creatures that care about it, but that's really the main thing it's going to protect you from. For ghosts and things like that, they have oils and things like that you could get if you don't have magical items like Ghost Strike oil and stuff like that. So, and then elemental damage, right, is good too. But that's obviously locked behind magic oftentimes, but there would be oils that can do that as well. So, just going to keep an eye out for those things. And there is a limited number of monsters in the game. It is still a pretty impressive amount of monsters, but there'll be a lot of monsters that you face over and over again. So as you start to fight them, pay attention to how they fight and their weaknesses and their strengths and things like that, because that will actually help you later on. Like Nightfall, for example, has actually already had some repeat encounters, and using the knowledge from previous fights made those other fights a lot easier. So, all right. It looks like we got a tie for North Route or Woods. So we will roll a d20, and odd you will go north, and even the NPCs convince you to go to the woods. And that's how we'll break the tie.
or Darius.
Or Darius. There you go. This will be Darius's decision. Odd. Darius decides we don't need to worry about the woods yet. Let us go along the north route. Okay. So, as you travel the north route. All right. I will take you to the next crossroad, which is the Raven River crossroad. All right. Your Barovian allies tell you that from the Raven River crossroads, you can go south towards the vineyard and the winery, or you could go northwest towards Kresik. Or you, of course, could go east back towards Valakai. Also, while you were walking the north road, you would have been told about Lake Baratok, which is to the north and west, and that there is an old tower there, the ruins of an old tower. And this would probably be a Lexi dropping this on you. The bennies of having, I guess, a Vistani NPC companion. The old tower is said to have once been the home of a powerful wizard in the employ of Strahd von Zarovich. And that's only, I believe, if you were interested, that's 2 miles away from the road. He kind of points it out to you.
Feels like another on the way back, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, all right. Let me roll some dice here real quick. Nice, nice. Okay. All right. So you make it to the crossroads without any problems, and so far you've traveled 2 hours to get to the Luna River crossroads, and then you traveled another 4.5 hours to get to the Raven River crossroads. So you're at 6.5 hours so far. Not too bad. All right. And then you must travel to the next crossroads, or I guess until it gets late. I don't know if you want to push to the vineyard or if you want to
What's the what's the give me a
Yes.
second. Sun, that's what that thing's called. Looking like Jesus. How close to night is it?
So you would
Big ball in the sky.
you would reach the crossroads that continue south towards the southern mountains and the lands controlled by the Druids. Or you could go west towards the Wizards of Wines, and you reach that at your 8-hour time for
So it's
travel.
probably if we're doing like 6.5, it's probably like or 5.5 or 6.5 hours so far or whatever. So it's
Yeah.
probably like 6 because
So
we left at like 9:30.
yeah, so from the crossroads to the vineyard would be another looks like 2.5 hours. So you're only 2.5 hours away at these crossroads, but you have been traveling for 8 hours, so any more travel would necessitate Constitution saves against exhaustion.
Let's rest so you guys can get some healing done.
Just so we can be fresh when we get there.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
18 or then
8.
Yeah.
you wouldn't happen to have a health potion on you, would you?
I do actually 3 of them still.
Oh wow.
Could I, and this is a huge favor, could I use it to help fix my broken left hand?
With the injection,
Yes.
do we have to have something special like equipment wise to inject a health potion, or do we just assume to have that?
We would assume it's part of like a healer's kit, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not my personal potions. I'm just the one carrying them. That would be an everyone question, I think. But I personally am okay with it.
I mean, if we want to prioritize injuries, there's a lot of broken bones.
Yeah.
If
You're
it
right.
cures it, then I'm fine with it. But I've been rolling with a broken arm for I don't even know what session we're on. Forever.
20 something? Like
You haven't got that fixed yet?
Yeah,
It's
have
still
you guys?
broken.
How much do you need left? How much do you need left?
Me, I'm like 30% of the way through it.
What?
Oh my god.
Serious? And I busted through him in like 2 sessions.
You know what? Prioritize Anna instead.
No, I don't need it because it's not going to help like cure it. If your hand is going to get cured with it, I'm fine with you doing it. Otherwise, just keep grinding through it like everybody else is.
You're right. I'm at 81% right now, so screw it.
okay. All right. So let's see. Recovery. There we go. All right. Recovery. Recover from wound after each successful one wound from each successful long rest. Remember, you cannot long rest unless you are in a sanctuary. So out here on the road,
Just can't.
yeah. And then let's see. Cure wounds, which we don't have access to that spell. And then injuries. Let's see. Scarring, muscle tissue, broken and fractured bones. Each broken bone requires 20d6 points of dedicated healing to heal after being set with a DC 15 medicine check. Such a medicine check requires 5 charges of healer's kit in 1 hour time. 1 week of downtime reduces the amount of healing required by 10. All right, so you would be where's my brain at? Yeah, you would just be directly applying all of the healing potion to the damaged hand, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, go for it, Tiernan, or whoever wants to roll it. Or are you going to try to use medicine check to do a max heal on this potion?
Well, first, do I need to do this before or after we roll for your fucking festering wound that you've had for 10 years?
Is festering wounds stopping you from doing anything, or did you get rid of it? No, you still got festering wound.
Last session when we did our long rest, I already had you roll for it, so it's good.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Broken ribs, broken hand, man. All right. So yeah, give me the medicine check to see if you do it. It's a DC 15.
I'm assuming that I'm gonna have Mackenzie or Irene help me.
Yeah, I mean Mackenzie was there, and then there was like a flash of red, and then Mackenzie stumbled back, and Irene was there helping you. And you got a 23, so more than enough. So that is the max heals on a potion of healing. What is your hit dice, Blood Hunter?
D10.
D10. So that's 22 dedicated healing towards your broken hand.
Okay, it's 100%.
All right. Excellent. So we could go ahead and I'll delete that off of your downtime activities, and then we'll go ahead and remove that from your sheet. All right. So camping time. Who is setting up? Everyone has to set up the camp, and then we need what is it? Someone to set watch. But let me just open it up, because the Giphy camping stuff, it's like, I think they're solid rules, but they're also rules that my brain just trapdoors immediately when they're done, because I'm like, I don't need to know this anymore every single time. All right, so you guys have to make a camp. So the more successes you have, the nicer the campsite is. Technically, I've been too generous on camping, so it does have to be a survival check, but you can switch the associated stat between strength, intelligence, and wisdom, and then you bullshit why it would be strength, intelligence, or wisdom. Wisdom, of course, being the default one. But I need each of you, so the 4 of you, to make a check. I will have Darius roll a strength survival. So let's see, it's just a +4 to a d20 roll. Oof. Looks like I'm already doing my best.
Can I have control of Darius, please?
Did he say that you could control his character? I feel like it's kind of risky. I mean, it's kind of risky. Didn't you almost get somebody's character killed once? I'm pretty sure.
That was the opposite. He almost got me killed.
Oh, that's fair. All right. But that roll still stands. So give me those other survival checks, guys. All right. Let's see. Reed, you are trying your best to make this campsite nice. Everyone else is either too tired or too distracted. It's a terrible campsite. Yeah, it's... Oh, wow. So 3 fails, 1 nat 1, and then Reed's success. So it is a shoddy campsite. All camping activities are DC 15. All right, knowing that, who's going to be
I put left.
who's
I
going to
will
be the
take
lookout?
lookout.
Okay, Tiernan is the lookout. Tiernan, give me an
Because I just used to take my passive at 21.
give me an intelligence survival real quick.
Oh, great.
Yep. This is so that you can set up a good defensive perimeter, find the best place to sit and keep watch. All right. And then you go to sleep immediately, so that you are well rested. Not well rested, but you are rested enough to do the watch while everyone else is sleeping. So while you are sleeping, what is everybody else is doing with their camp activities, if anything?
Reed's going to use a healing surge to treat his skull fracture.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
forgot that you fractured your skull.
Oh, I don't know why I only wrote 1. I
I
just want
realized
to try that
probably
again.
couldn't be funny.
Okay. So you're gonna dump more hit dice into it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do 2 total. So.
Okay. All right. Anyone else have any camping activities they want to do? Cooking food, brewing drinks, playing music, telling a story, repairing an item, crafting an item, playing a game, relaxing in solitude, and I believe we added harvesting the region or looking around the region for.
And we add the camping pin to journal entry thing to the one
Yeah,
down at the bottom.
I thought we had it, but yeah, I'll add it down there. Sure.
Oh, we did too, which is why I was surprised when I didn't see it.
Yeah, maybe I moved it for these stores that are now broken.
I think
He
Eric
says saltily.
I think Eric will craft.
Okay.
Because one of the items I don't need a forge for, which is a hand axe, I believe.
Okay.
I'm looking for the document real quick.
All right. Making a hand axe. Okay, let's see.
He just has Darius's hand and he pulls it out and lashes it to a stick.
Let's see. Crafting. Oh, because hand axe. Wah, wah. You're totally ready for the new Zelda game. Let's see. Hand axe. I am also in the document. Ho ho. So for a hand axe, it's actually pretty easy to make. Yeah. So let's see. You would need to provide the materials. So you need to mark off essentially 5 gold. That would be ephemeral, and we would assume that you had gotten the materials that you needed. And then if you have materials, so that you don't have to buy the materials, what materials would you be using that you have on hand? Do you have anything on hand to use?
I'm going to well, for the handle, I was thinking of breaking off the handle of the eating utensil I've been carrying since the manor.
That would be a very small hand axe. That would be, yeah, like the eating utensil is like, like a knife or a fork. A hand axe is, it's pretty big. It's like a foot long. It's got a nice sturdy handle. The blade goes like down into the handle so that the head doesn't snap off. It's like a whole thing.
Oof.
Yeah. I mean, crafting's cool and all, but it's just I got to figure out where your stuff's coming from because again, like resource scarcity is part of what makes it harder and scarier. So, would you be okay with dropping 5 gold on the materials, knowing that you intended to make your own hand axe, or did you find something that you might be able to use?
I would be okay dropping the 5 gold.
Okay. So all you got to do is make a strength-based smithing tools check, DC 10, and that's it. It's just one check, and then you're done.
Okay. And I'm proficient with smith tools, so I'll just add my +2 as well.
Yeah, so a d20 plus 2 plus your strength. All right, you make an exceptional hand axe. It is mechanically a hand axe, but it looks great. It's sturdy, and anybody that kind of watched you build it would realize that yeah, you do have some skill at this.
All right, sweet.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. There are many hand axes, but this one is yours. All right, beautiful. Anyone else have a crafting, not crafting, but a camping activity?
How's everybody doing on inspiration?
I'm 2 of 3.
I am out.
Darius got 0.
Okay, and it will tell a story.
Okay. All right, to tell a story, you can have proficiency in Arcana, History, or Religion, or have an interesting book, and then you just give me a Charisma performance check as you regale us with a story.
Performance.
Okay. So the DC was a 15. You tell a story. What was the general vibe of the story?
Oh, probably something about the winery.
Oh, okay.
Maybe how it started or something like that.
Okay, so you give a detailed but unengaging story about the Mardukov family. Being an older family, they came here when the area was first settled by the Dark Lord, and it just kind of goes on and on and on and on. Yeah. So unfortunately, it does not hit that DC 15. Everyone is just too tired for the story. All right. Do we have any other activities? No. Oh, Darius. You know what? I'd say he'd probably just relax in solitude. Since we'll just have him default to that since he's not here. So you got a 15 or higher on this wisdom check. Oh, all right. So he gets a DM inspiration. All right. Oh, all right. And now, Tiernan, if you could give me that perception, I will see if anything exciting happens tonight while you are resting. Shit. Okay.
God damn it. I saw the 2 dice roll. I was like, fuck, what's going on?
Yeah, just me healing stuff.
All right. I'll switch out the music. Here we go. Okay. Night settles in over your campsite, and it may be an uneventful night, but unlikely. Tiernan. About 3 hours into the camp, so night has fallen. It's about 9 p.m. Maybe closer to 10, and you hear the howling of wolves. With your keen senses, not the actual ability, but you have good senses. God, I wish every English combination of English words wasn't a fucking ability. So with your ears attuned to the sound of the wolves, you listen, trying to separate the different calls and see how many wolves there are. You hear at least 4 distinct calls, maybe more, and you know that they are near. And I guess I'll take you over to, well, I don't know. I don't know if we need to go to the map just
Do we
yet.
have a fire lit?
That's a great question. It is cold, and you are at a crossroads, so it wouldn't be strange to have one. I mean, that's really you guys when you set up camp. Would you
Well,
guys?
I wasn't sure with
Yeah.
the not great rolling that we did
Oh,
whether we would have
oh.
one or not.
No, I mean, yeah, I feel like you would still be able to have a campfire because if you needed, yeah, I mean, if you needed a campfire, you'd make a campfire. This is more just like general quality of camp. It's just very disorganized. Everyone's tired.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
I think we would then.
Okay.
Um, can I, from this, tell anything about distance of these wolves?
Yes, they are moving closer.
Excellent,
Mhm.
excellent. Um, yeah, I'll start waking people up.
Okay.
Just the last encounter with just wolves that we had didn't go so great. So
All right. You guys are roused as you hear the sounds of howling wolves.
Oh god, not this again.
Uh,
In the meantime, as Eric is waking up here and all
Mhm.
this, can he activate? Well, he will activate his Crimson Rite of the Dawn
Okay.
and take 3 necrotic damage
Okay.
on his crossbow.
All right. All right.
all right, Reed. So what we're gonna do this time is we're going to watch them and see what they do before we throw something at them.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
just yeah. He doesn't say. He just looks at you and he's like, yeah, sure.
All right. Yeah, just a map, but I need all of you guys. Let's see. Mm-mm-mm. All right. This is only if we need it, I guess. All right. As you guys are watching and listening, you do a general head count as you start to see the eyes of the wolves appear in the woods. There's at least 6, maybe 7 of them. One of the wolves, larger than the rest, kind of comes out of the bracken and the brush and shows itself to you. Kind of not exposes itself, but like reveals itself.
Flash.
Yeah, and it just stares you. It just kind of stares you down.
and it takes a few
Just
steps.
in case,
Oh.
I'm going to be predominantly displaying my silver dangs
Okay.
while just looking back at it.
All right. So Anna, you take a few steps forward.
Yep.
Okay.
And say, we're the ones that were met before. What do you want?
Okay. Give me either a charisma intimidation or a animal handling. Animal handling could be wisdom or charisma. Okay. The wolf seems to be like scenting and sniffing the air. It cocks its head and looks at you, and then it turns and heads back into the bracken, and then one by one, the wolves seem to vanish back into the night, and their howls trail behind them.
And it returns to the camp.
All right.
Eric will linger a bit, staring at the woods as
Mhm.
they go back. And could you see there's something else in the woods? There aren't wolves.
What sort of vision do you have?
Oh, none. He's just
Oh, okay. Just looking. Yeah, sure. Give me a perception check.
okay. He will use attention to details for advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So perception.
Yeah, I mean, as you stare out into the dark night, you see nothing unusual, just shadows clinging to the trees and the leaves and the sides of the road.
Okay.
All right. So, does everyone go back to sleep, or yay, nay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Tiernan. It's a busy night. 3 hours later, the sky opens up and it begins to rain. And it rains hard. You may give me a wisdom survival check. Oh shit. You got some hot dice tonight. Or today. Alright. You determine, Tiernan, as you look up at the sky and you feel the rain coming down, this is gonna be real bad. It's gonna rain for the next 16 hours, give or take. Just heavy ass rain, turning the road to mud, flooding areas. This is when like you get a flood watch alert on your phone. Like it's that kind of rain.
Looking at the road, is the road raised or is the road like in a depression?
The road is definitely depressed compared to the land around it. This is an ancient road used for centuries and centuries and centuries of travel. It has just been worn down by the passage. It will be a stream within a few hours. This will, of course, make overland travel extremely difficult, disadvantage to perception checks. Now, you have those 4 tents, so I'm assuming everyone but Tiernan is in the tents. So you guys are protected from the rain, but it is pretty miserable. And of course, you didn't set your tents up in the road. You're off to the side, so you are raised up above, like the kind of the depressed road a bit. The question here is, how does this impact your plans? Do you intend to wake at the normal time? Do you intend to continue to travel?
How far into the night is this at this point?
It's been 6 of the 8 hours. So it starts raining on you about 1 or 2 in the morning.
As long as it doesn't look like it'll like flood the tents or anything if they're off to the side. We'll just let everybody sleep some more. But yeah, this will probably make things take a little longer in the morning.
Okay, fair enough. The rest of the night passes uneventfully. And then letting everybody sleep a little bit longer. A bit after 6 in the morning, the rain is continuing to pound away, and the others begin to rouse. You guys wake up to a torrential downpour. Okay.
Figured this wasn't as pressing as the wolves was, so I let you all sleep. But yeah, it's not looking great. This is gonna last quite a while.
Okay. And as the 4 of you wake, go ahead and give me. You can give me Constitution saving throws for how restful the night was. Okay. If you make the DC of 15, you can regain 1 additional hit die. Which, even with us playing with healing surges, I think you only get all of them back automatically on a long rest. And since this isn't technically a long rest, it might still be useful. Alright. Also, RP-wise, it can kind of give you an idea of what sort of sleep you managed to get that night. Yeah. A character regains hit dice equal to his or her level divided by 4 on a short rest. So you'd only be getting back 1 normally on a short rest.
I think with the rules that we're doing, we get more than that, like more than the normal
I'm
one.
literally reading it. It says under this optional rule, a character regains all spent hit dice at the end of a long rest. Remember, only get long rest in sanctuaries.
Right.
With a short rest, a character regains hit dice equal to his or her level divided by 4, minimum of 1. Yeah, so getting a good night's sleep can definitely help get some back. And then the other camping actions are still very useful as well because some of them give you hit dice. So, all right, so Anna gets an extra hit dice back. Eric does not. Eric, if you could throw out a con save for Darius, that'd be great. I'm not sure why we suddenly lost Darius's art on his token.
I was trying to bring that up. I
Yeah.
don't know what gives with that.
That's a little weird. Okay.
Darius makes it.
Okay, great.
Sorry, I'm back. What's the con save for?
Con save is to get an extra hit die back from sleeping, because otherwise you're only going to regain 1 from sleeping.
Okay.
Because with healing surges and us using long rest only in a sanctuary, when you sleep for the night like this, it just counts as 1 of your 2 short rests for the day. And then what's really crazy is if you haven't short rested for the day, or if you've already done your 2 short rests for the day, sleeping is just sleeping. It's just to refresh that particular timer. Alright, so Reed also regains 1 extra hit die. Alright, with this torrential downpour, it is going to be 4 hours to reach the vineyard instead of 2. But I assume the intention is to still go to the vineyard?
Correct.
Alrighty. And let's see. I'll check to see if there's any encounters. Okay. Alright. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that's terrifying. Anyways, let's see. Alright. At the end of your 3rd hour travel, heading into your 4th hour travel, it has been an absolute misery. Just the rain pounding down. Rain so fat and cold and heavy that it feels like it is coming up and down simultaneously. The weather continues to be cold today, and the wind, fortunately, is lightening up from the last 2 days. So you don't have any wind impact, but the cold is still there, and so this is just a terrible, bone-chilling rain that just saturates your cold clothing and just makes the whole thing a misery. So 3 hours into that, you, Tiernan, with your credible perception, realize that something is following you.
That'd be Matthew.
Is that all I get at the moment? That I know that something's following me, but I'm not sure what.
Correct. Yep.
I mean, it's probably friendly. So.
I refuse to believe it's friendly.
In fact, you stop and you stare back whence you came, and because of the rain, you see it pattering down and raining down, and where it lands, it is displaced by a humanoid form. It looks like bad CGI, basically, of the rain sort of revealing this invisible form.
Okay, so I look back and I see that,
Mm-hmm.
and then I turn back to the group and I say, yeah, the road's really flooded back there. And then sort of under my breath, more, I'm just like, something's following us. Don't look. I don't know what it'll do if it knows that you know that it's there, but it's like invisible. The rain. The only reason I could see it was the rain around it.
So the form is a bald, masculine humanoid, fully nude. At the end of its arms, where its hands should be, you see that its fingers are grotesquely elongated and end in very long claws, similar to the ghouls that you faced beneath the death house.
So it's like a ghoul, but it's invisible.
Kind of, yeah. It kind of has invisible ghoul
Right.
vibes. Yep.
I don't think it's probably friendly.
You don't say.
And it seems to be keeping a respectful distance from you.
It's following us, but it's not. I don't know. It's not like it's trying to attack us or anything. I don't know if that means that it's curious or that it's heaven forbid scouting.
Should we confront it?
I am not sure.
Agatha is going to roll a religion check because she's a ghost hunter. There we go. Wow. Okay. Let's see. She listens to your description of the creature, and goddamn. Okay. Technically, she would have made this check. So she's not trained, but because she thinks she's trained, I let her roll. The mind is this very strange thing. Anyways, she says that sounds like a skulk. It's a type of ghost that wishes it was still alive. It wanders looking for a life worth living, and then when it finds it, it kills the person living that life and goes about that person's business in their stead. Not as the person, invisibly so.
So, should we hide Reed then?
Only children can see a skulk for what they truly are.
So,
Or, if you make candles out of the fat of a corpse, they can reveal the creature.
does
Or,
that be a human corpse or just
they can be seen in a mirror or other reflective surface.
Reed pulls out his mirror.
Oh no, okay.
He's like, "I
What?
Of course he does. That was one of my tokens. I have a
All
hand
right.
mirror.
Yeah, you do. Do you do that thing where you kind of like try to look at it over your shoulder kind of thing? Like,
Oh
just...
yeah, totally.
Okay. All right. Then, yeah, let's see. As you do, you see this, standing in the rain. But, like, it doesn't have any clothes on. It'd be weird for, like, this creature to actually have clothes, but the artist had to, because penises. So anyways, but it's, yeah, but
So it's like Dr. Manhattan with claws and not quite as
kind of,
cool.
yeah, it kind of has that vibe to it, yeah.
All right, I well, I don't know who's near me, but maybe Eastmark. I guess I let him know.
Okay. he gasps as he looks in the mirror and tilts his head a bit till he catches sight of it. And he says, "What are we supposed to do about this? Are we being targeted? Are we haunted? Is that Matthew?"
Silverwork, Agatha?
I would assume so, yes. No, sorry, I completely changed her voice. She would say, "I would assume so, yes. But if you're going to be doing that, you want to get the element of surprise."
So we have to be stealthy and try and catch it off guard.
Either that, or we could just pretend our lives are awful, right? Like, once we find a life to take the place of, we
Yeah.
just
I mean-
convince these aren't the ones.
Well, out of all of us, which life is actually not that bad?
Well, we've all been taken from where we're from and thrown into an alternate universe, I guess. So probably not us. Maybe one of the.
Ah, shit. Irina, where are you?
Yeah.
Hmm? Well, Agatha, does it have, like, special abilities? Like, if we try to shoot it, will it, like, I don't know, like, scream at us and kill us? Or does it shoot, like, magic out of its eyeball holes? Like, Agatha says, I think in the reading. Man, I'm so sorry, guys. There were some old ladies in last night's game, and they're like stuck in there. So Agatha says, oh well, I think the best thing we could do is take advantage of the rain while we can see it. Otherwise, its invisibility is near perfect. Which is her way of saying, it's better than the normal 5e invisibility system.
How
I mean,
far
that does seem like a good plan. Maybe we should set up people with ranged weapons off to the side of the road, and then slowly start lagging behind, and so we can get as close to it as we can, and then sort of. I don't know if that counts as an ambush necessarily, but
I mean, Agatha says, you could just fire all your fancy new silver crossbow bolts.
I'm not sure that the silver actually. I was thinking about this earlier. I'm not sure the silver will actually do much to things that aren't just wear something.
All right. It seems to just be patiently kind of standing in the middle of the road, just watching you guys.
We could always just try to see what happens if we approach it.
Which one of you do you think is going to do that?
And I'll go.
Okay.
I will
Sends Dana.
tag along.
Reed will look through the mirror, and if it looks like it's going to raise its claws at her, he'll fire a bolt.
Okay. As you start to approach, for every step you take towards it, it takes a step back, trying to keep that distance.
Summon Dana 15 feet in front of her. And see what
Okay.
happens.
Seeing Dana appear, the creature moves 15 more feet back.
What do you want?
It says nothing.
And it looks at Tiernan.
I think maybe that's not going to work. Let's try to get it as close as we can to us, and then I think maybe ranged users spread off to the sides, and then we try to attack it all at once.
Okay.
All right. Sounds like I need to take you over to a map. Okay. So Cardi B has gone off to a better place, and Thanlin is with it. And let's see. This donkey, I don't even know where he came from.
Yeah, thankfully all our shit was on the other cart. Like, that would have been fucking awful.
Yeah. And alright, that's your whole crew. God damn. Alright. And then I'll take you over to a road. Any road should do. I'm still in the process of adding more roads to the game. It's one of the map areas that I feel like we just don't have as much coverage. Alright. So you guys separated from the party, but now you're gonna kind of rejoin the party, like sort of group up, bunch up in the center.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your basic inclination here is that the creature realizes now that you can see it, and it is staying. As you guys head back to the party, it does not close the gap. So it is like a ways off at this point. Still within range of attacks and things like that, but definitely off in the distance.
I think maybe we should walk towards it as a group, see if we can just scare it off.
I mean, there certainly are a lot of you, yeah. If you could try that. Here, I'll take you over to the map just so you get
I'd rather not
I think
have.
maybe
it
I was
following.
asking the other characters instead of the dungeon master.
Oh, my bad. Oh, wait, that's the wrong map. Don't look at that map. Oh, no.
It's okay, I don't have vision in that.
I don't
Yeah.
have vision anyway.
Good.
Let's throw out a token real quick so I
No,
can see what it
don't do it. Hold on. There you go. And then it's pretty nutso on the rain. It's coming
I
down.
can only
yeah.
see my token.
Really
That's
interesting.
all I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
All right. So let me see. I'll throw a. Yeah. Here we go. I'll throw a light down. There we go. And I'll dim the light. All right. So you should be able to see it at the far edge of the right hand of the screen.
Yes.
Okay.
I think approaching it as a group and trying to scare it off is a good idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so too. I think we should stay as grouped up as we can as well.
Okay.
Just
So what we'll do here is you are trying to appear to be not suitable prey, right? Like you want to appear either too strong to challenge, or too miserable to steal a life from. So we're gonna do a group check. You can either do a charisma intimidation, or you could do a charisma performance to show that your life is just a misery. Reed, you get advantage.
Yeah. I think you know what I'm going to do.
Okay.
well, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's charisma checks.
All right.
So,
Oh man.
Reed's performance is such that if any of you do have a heart, you feel a little bad for the guy. Eric seems to lack any gravitas or
Hear me out.
Uh-huh.
Strength intimidation.
Hmm.
Because we're trying to appear tough to fight.
Okay. I will accept that, and we will upgrade the roll for Darius and Tiernan. So, with 4 out of 5 successes, the creature turns and runs into the rain until it is out of sight.
I feel kind of bad for it.
Don't. Just don't.
All right.
And the one time the mirror comes in
I don't
handy.
say that I sympathize for it necessarily. I just feel bad for it. That existence, it must be awful.
So OOC, you've got this perfect invisible hunter that can show up on the random encounters table, There's only a handful of ways that you could be seen, and then obviously, like with this heavy rain, it would be revealed. But if the encounters happened in a different order, or you got this while you were sleeping or something, oh my god, it's just crazy to see
Yeah,
how the different encounters chain into each other. Oh, it's nuts. All right. Unless you pursue, which would be very difficult in the rain, and then with the nature of this creature. Taking a deep breath, you continue towards the winery. All right. An hour passes, and the winery starts to come into view. And disadvantage. Yeah, you actually would still do it. Jesus. All right. Tiernan. Up ahead, you hear the sounds of people. You hear a child crying and an adult trying to comfort them, and you hear this over the pounding of the rain. Looking around, you see all of these just fields filled with rows and rows of grapevines. And the grapes that grow on the vines are fat, and just the saturation level on the colors is turned way, way up, and they look so ripe and so delicious. But many of them are being just ruptured and burst and smashed by this hard rain that is coming down.
Everyone,
But
there's
yeah.
something going on here. I heard it through the grapevine.
Whoa. Izzy says, "Wait, what did you say? Can you come closer and say it again?"
Yes.
And
I started to come closer.
as you get closer, she punches you, and she says,
No, that's fair.
that was terrible."
That was why it was good, though. It was good because it was terrible.
What's actually going on? I thought I heard something up ahead.
Yeah, there is. It's strange that you can hear it over this pounding rain. But there's like a child that's being comforted. I don't know exactly what's going on, but that's what it sounded like.
Okay. I will take you guys an a la carte. Why is a la carte so small? Hold on. Let me fix a la carte's actor real quick. Prototype. It might be small because carts are small. I don't know, but let's see. Make them a little bit bigger. There we go. All right, a la carte. Lovely. Okay, so I'll take you guys over to Le Map. Here and Winery Road. Got it. Okay. Can you guys see on this map or no?
No.
Nope.
That's wild. All right, hold on. Let's see.
I can see a very
Yeah. All right.
part of it.
I gotta change some of the settings then. Huh. All right, and then.
Trying to give all of us the Izzy experience.
Oh, rough. All right, here we go. Now you guys should be able to see. So up ahead in the rain, you do see this scarecrow ominously looming. Here you go. In case you don't know what scarecrow look like, look at that thing. You do see the house off in the distance, and yeah. Other than that, like sort of the shape of the house, the rain is making it very hard to see that far away. But the sound came from ahead and to the left, Tiernan.
All right, everyone. Sound should be ahead and left. We'll see what we see, I guess.
And the reason that you're in this like killings corridor is the vines. They make up like ethereal walls, so you can move through the grapevines, but they just block vision as you go.
Holy shit! This one is cool as fuck.
Which one is?
The mod that when you have two actors on the same.
Oh yes, yeah. I desperately want that for Tuesday game, so that my 15 characters don't have to all stack on top of each other.
Now, do we want to maybe go through the grapevines to see if we can come from an unexpected direction, or
You hear a woman's voice say, "Be quiet, someone's coming.
never mind? They know we're here.
Draw your weapons. Be ready."
Excuse me, we heard you over the rain, which was somewhat remarkable.
All right, so as you approach, you see that they are underneath like an outdoor pavilion, like sort of a spot for tools to be kept out of the elements and workers to maybe take a break from the quote unquote sun, or in most cases the rain. Looking in, you see that there are 4 adults, a teenager, and 3 children. They look wet and dirty, exhausted, and just frightened. Well, at least the children are frightened. A man. He stands tall, and he kind of looks like Irwin, the owner of the Blue Water Inn, but like younger. Like he's had like maybe a better time of it. And he steps forward and he says, "Please, get out from the road. If they see you, you will be in danger, as will we." How many are? Just get off the road, please, quickly. We can explain. Just get off the road. And your entire NPC posse is like, okay, and then they just destroy all the grapes. Get off the road. All right.
Sound like Frodo.
All right.
Sorry.
No, it was a good reference. It's a good reference. So the man says, "You don't seem to be faithless. Who are you?"
We're called the Walking Dead. We're an adventuring party, I suppose. We're here to
Adventurers. How
check up
fortuitous.
on the wine situation. We came from Valaki.
Wait. Adventurers from Valakai sent to check on the wine. Because of the shortage. Who sent you, the burgomaster?
No, the tavern keeper.
Yeah, Irwin and Danica sent us.
When you say Irwin, his face looks surprised and a little angry, and then when you say Danica, all of their faces grow sour. And he says, "What? Late. So he hired you to come and check on us? Because what? He thinks that we're deliberately not delivering the wine?"
No, he was concerned.
Concerned. Concerned for his well-being, concerned for his livelihood, probably concerned with keeping that Danica in fancy clothes and jewelry.
They both actually asked about your well-being.
When you say that, it is like you have stuffed a lemon up his nostril. And he says, I find that hard to believe. But the Morning Lord be praised, and the ancient spirits guide you to us. So, yes, I will take any help I can get. We are in a bad way. Over 2 weeks ago, our home was attacked by the faithless. They are druids who have turned away from the old ways and embraced the Dark Lord as their patron and master. They control the lands south of here, and each year their power grows. We have never had too many problems with them, though, until recently. But over 2 weeks ago, they came in force with an army of plant creatures. We fought hard, but most of our workers were killed, and they took my father prisoner. We have fled into the fields, and we've been using our gifts to avoid them, but we grow weary. We did not dare risk the road to Valakai, not with the children, not in these dark times. And well,
Sorry, your gifts?
this woman steps up and says, Yes, gifts of dexterity and keen vision. She looks at the man, and the man looks at her and says, "Yes, those gifts. Yes. Also, we have many trained ravens that were helping us avoid capture, but they."
Blue ravens?
When you say that, the two of them stop, and the two back there, the two adults back there, turn away from the kids, and then this little girl goes, "I know the blue raven. She's beautiful." And then the teenager puts his hand over her mouth, and then this guy says, "The ravens come in many colors. Please focus on what I'm trying to say."
From what I've seen, ravens come in black.
Please, we're here to help. You have to trust us.
Yes, the blue raven is one of the ravens that we have trained. That's correct.
It's been we've seen it as well. It's helped us as well. That was all.
One of the kids says, "She's very helpful. She's very brave." And then he gets his mouth covered by another adult. And then this guy up front says, "Listen, my name is Adrian. I am brother of Erwin. This is my brother Elvir, and my sister Stefania, her husband Dag, and their 4 children."
Yeah. Once he says Adrian, Reed kind of, probably visibly winces a little bit.
Is something wrong?
No, it's just a friend shares that name.
My father, Davian, he has been taken prisoner. Last we checked, he was still alive, but they have become wise to our raven allies, and it is too dangerous for us to send any more in to scout.
Why would they want the winery? Do they take issue to your farming, or I don't know much about the druids of these lands.
This guy steps forward, and he says, "As my brother said, my name is Elvir, and Adrian, they need to know. They need to be well informed if they are to aid us or help us in any way." And Adrian looks at him like, "Bro, there's some things we don't talk about." And then he looks at his bro like, "Bro, we're fucked." And then his bro looks at him and says, "Yeah, bro, we're fucked." And then the sister says, "Just fucking tell them." And so Elvir turns to you guys and says, "Before the druids attacked, we were dealing with an incursion of scarecrows. Not these," he points to the 2 nearby. "Those are ours. I mean scarecrows that walk about on their own, animated by foul magics. They are the creations of the hag, Baba Lysaga." And he waits for the impacts. He waits for it. He's timing it. He's waiting for it. I guess you'd hear a sucking of teeth sound from Alexi. And let me see if the siblings would know. And Anna, you could roll a history check as well.
We've already heard the name
We've
before,
heard
and Anna
the
doesn't
name.
know anything.
Oh, right. Never mind. So yeah. The siblings, they look concerned. And then Elvir says, "You don't know this name. You are outsiders."
Correct.
"I see. She is a hateful creature that lives in the ruins of Berez, east of here. She, for whatever reason, has aimed her hatred against our family. Look around." And he just plucks like a nearby grape, and he offers it to you, Tiernan. And he says, "Try it."
I we'll look at the grape, and then I'll look back up at him, and then while looking at him, we'll eat the grape.
Okay, it's delicious. It's so good. And he says,
He's,
in a
he's
realm
remarkable.
in a realm with no sun, and weather as fierce as this, you might wonder how in this dark age we could have such a beautiful, thriving vineyard. That is because, long ago, our ancestors planted in the earth 3 magic stones. And you see 3 magic stones is in bold and it's in blue text. These stones controlled the elements, the weather, life itself. They infused the soil, making it strong, making the crops that grow here stronger still. However, the stones have been stolen. The first disappeared, and, well, my father will not talk about what happened to it. But the second was taken by the scarecrows, and we believe that the druids were made aware of its presence and have come to take the third. Or perhaps they already have. But why they continue to stay, I don't know.
Do you think it's Baba Lysaga and the druids? Are they working together?
As you say that, Adrian looks at you and smiles and says, "That was my thinking. I think perhaps they have joined forces against us." For what purpose? Other than cruelty and destruction? I do not know. But it can't be good. We are weary. If this was a board game, we would have 5 or 6 stacks of exhaustion apiece. But we entreat you, please. Can you deal with these druids, or at least save my father? Our family has money. If you are able to help us, we can repay you. And if money is now importance, we are very well connected. We could provide you with information. We could prove valuable allies. And if none of that matters...
You don't need to convince us or bribe us. We came to help you, and that's what we'll do.
Oh man, when you say that, Adrian kind of like well, it's raining, so it's hard to tell, but he's under the tarp. He kind of tears up a little bit. He can't believe that he doesn't have to keep selling this.
Now, this third buried stone, do you know where it was buried, or has that been sort of lost to myth?
My father knew, but none of us.
And he knew the reason why the first was taken, even if he wouldn't share it with you?
Yes.
Seems like the first step has to be getting your father. Then why would they keep him alive? I mean, if they're so bent on the destruction of this place.
Yes, I wanted to ask, if they've been here for so long, why not just burn it down to the ground and then leave? They have your father, they have this thing you're talking about. There's no reason for them to stay.
That's what we don't understand. Obviously, they kept my father. This is Stefania, by the way. My throat's busted. Stefania says, that was my thinking, is they took my father to torture the information out of him, of the location of the stone. But why would they keep him alive after that? And why would they stay? The faithless have no need of structures, buildings, homes, houses. They live as wild things. In the forest south of here.
Father hasn't broken yet. They don't have what they came for, so they're still here.
But the thing is,
this little kid says, "My grandpa is strong bastard. He will never give up." And then a hand is clamped over his mouth.
Tiernan puts a hand over his chest and says, "Never give up, never surrender."
Reed just gives him a look.
Do you have information on the layout of establishment. Exits, windows, things we should know.
Yes. Give me a moment and perhaps I could draw you up a rough blueprint of what we have. Would that help you?
It'll help plan out what we do next.
Then that is
And
what I shall do.
while that's happening, Reed looks at Elder and goes, "Do you know the numbers of what we're dealing with?"
Yes. There are... there are at least 6 of them. 2 of them are druids. Maybe 3. Do you know what a druid is?
Man of nature, right?
More than that. They are attuned with the land itself, and they have magic granted to them by this kinship with the land. They can use that magic to animate plants into their service, to bend the minds of animals, to make their skin hard like a tree to protect them from harm, to call forth elemental power to burn and blind and wither their opponents.
Do they look visually different than the others?
They
Like,
are humans, in truth, but they are savage and feral things. They dress in the bones and skins of the dead.
You said that these particular druids they abandoned the old way to serve Strahd, but from everything that we've heard, everyone in this land says that Strahd is the land. If they are druids of the land, did they have a choice in this matter, or were they just corrupted by his presence in the land?
There are those who hold true to the ancient fanes, who once protected these lands from evil. But you have the right of it. Their closeness to the land made them easy to corrupt. When the Dark Lord performed the ancient rites and rituals to bind the land to him, and he to the land.
He bound himself to this land through dark rituals.
They were not always dark. He made them thus.
You're saying he corrupted the rituals, like they were pre-existing rituals, but he made them dark rituals?
I am saying that everything the Dark Lord touches is corrupted, is perverted. His soul is black as a night without stars, and it infects everything. These lands were not always thus. There was a time before he came, when it was prosperous. It must have been, for why would so many have fought and died for it? And it continued to prosper in the years after his reign. But something happened long ago. And ever since then, the realm has been drowned in darkness.
Well, it might seem presumptuous of us, but everything further we learn about this Dark Lord, it makes me feel better about opposing him.
You stand in opposition to the Dark Lord?
I feel like that might be too strong of a word this early, but it does seem to be one of our goals.
Then you find in us allies. Here. And he points to the beautiful, drawings he's made in the mud. Okay. Alright, so he says, alright, the vineyard has 3 floors. A basement, a ground floor or a first floor. I don't know where you outsiders are from. And then,
First floor.
okay, then this would be the second floor for you. This one over here to the side. So let me walk you through it. This is the basement. It can be accessed via a staircase found on the back door of the house. These circles that I drew that look like delicious pies missing a slice, these are the towers. He points to the hazy silhouette off in the distance of the house. Each has a staircase that winds from the basement all the way to the second floor. The basement is where we store the wine. Be warned, you have keen senses. I could tell. How else could you have detected us hiding here? There is...
Yes, but keen sense is not capitalized. It's not the ability keen senses.
Of course. It is a door concealed in the wall here. Concealed, and he leans in close, looking back at the children, and then you see that they have switched from mouth coverings to earmuffs, because behind the door is a deadly mold. We use the mold to keep the basement very cold for the preservation of the wine. But you do not want to deal with that, or it could kill you very quickly. Alright, so from here it would be the first floor. This area right here, with these little circle thingies that I've made, this is the veranda. This is also the front of the house. I should have probably mentioned that. From the veranda, there is a door that leads into the wine production floor. This right here is storage for supplies. This right here is the loading bay. This is where we load the barrels onto wagons. We had two mighty horses, draft horses of tremendous size and strength, but they have been slaughtered for meat by the druids. They lived here in the stables. The loading bay has an open ceiling that leads to the second floor, where there is a crane that we use to assist in the loading of the barrels. A door from the loading bay leads into a hallway that leads into the wine production area, and stairs in the stairwell tower that could take you down and up. Also from here, the wine production room, another tower with stairs, and another supply room with stairs that lead only down to the basement, and a back door that leads to the back of the house. In the back of the house we have our personal garden. On the second floor, which can be reached by this tower, or by, I suppose, climbing up through the opening here, or these stairs here that lead to a balcony, a walkway, that looks down over the vats and the production area. There are doors that lead from the production room to the residential hallway, or the loading bay. There is also this residential area. There is our printing press, bedrooms, common area with kitchen and eating, master bedroom. This is where my sister and her husband sleep. Now, something they may not know about. There is a secret door that leads from the bedroom into the loading bay. They may or may not have discovered it. Also, here on the second floor of the loading bay, there is a window, but it is overgrown with vines. So many don't see it from the outside of the house or think to use it. It opens up onto the roof of the stable. On the second floor, they have scouts posted. Are you familiar with scouts?
Like the idea of scouting?
Yes.
Yes.
These are faithless who have trained in archery, stealth, and survival skills. They have keen eyes, and they watch all day. However, at night, they are human, and they must sleep. But it is then that their plant servants rise up and take over the watch. We have identified 3 different plant servants. Ones who are made of sticks, ones who are made of needles, and ones who are made of vines. When these creatures are not moving, it is almost impossible to tell them from the natural plant life nearby. And they have brought with them 2 berserkers. These are Kavani warriors who have given themselves over to rage and madness.
We actually met a berserker once on the side of a river, but we gave him some distance, and he stayed to himself, probably just because there were so many of us. Seems like maybe in through this secret basement door is going to be our best bet, but this mold, is there some way to resist it, to not be... You said it could kill you.
We just don't open the secret door.
Yeah,
That might be our best way in, right?
No, the secret door at the mold.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't lead anywhere. It's just like it's like a deliberate alcove or hidden area where they keep the mold. Yep. Stefania says, "Do you mind if my brothers and I have a sibling huddle?"
By all means.
People, for some reason, always let us do that, so I feel like we should let you do it as well.
All right. Do you guys respect the ancient custom, or do you try to listen in?
I'll respect it.
Okay.
Same.
All right. Anna, do you?
I don't think Anna could even succeed if she tried.
Oh, with the rain and everything else? Yeah. Okay. They seem to be having a heated discussion, and they are gesticulating at you guys.
Tiernan starts humming to himself, so it is 21 passive perception.
All right. I will roll to see which of them wins out in the argument.
Anna will just check on Reed, make sure he's doing okay.
Okay.
Eric
yeah, because you could definitely tell he's sad boy right now.
Eric will walk over to Tiernan. So, any thoughts on how to approach this?
I think... I think sneaking in through that back door that goes into the wine cellar, that might be our best bet, but I don't know, maybe climbing up to the top and working our way down, maybe that would work too. But I'm not sure if...
I don't think Ismark or me can climb. We have a lot of people with broken arms and hands.
Eric and I are huddled up, and then Reed just sort of like walks over and starts talking.
I'm literally right next to you. So. I'm right next to you.
I know. No, so what? I do think maybe the basement would be our best bet with the current condition of the group, but we do have to make our way to the back door of the house in order to do that.
Ooh, and then let's see. You guys were well rested, but then you slept on the road. So I'm gonna look that up real quick while you're planning. I think that well rested might go away if you sleep again. Let me see.
I was thinking we sneak in at night. Our biggest obstacle would totally be the berserkers and the druids. We have nothing to, well, effectively combat against them.
Well, this rain is the best cover we're
Well,
going
I
to
think
get.
it'd be more effective than us against the werewolves. We managed to pull out of that one. But yeah, I think maybe with the rain as cover. How long has it been raining, and how much longer do I think it will be?
It's gonna rain until 5 p.m. And the quote unquote sun sets at 6. And so you would have the cover of this heavy rain, which, keep in mind, is disadvantage to perception.
Think
Yeah.
think maybe during the rain is going to be our best bet. It's quite fortuitous that it started raining like this with that creature, and then with us needing to sneak into this building.
Yeah, so right now it's about 12:37 in the afternoon. If we account for the shitty weather, stopping and dealing with that creature, and then having discussion with the Mardikovs. Okay. When they break the huddle, Stefania steps forward and says, "Do not be distressed by what I'm about to say, and do not read too much into it. But the berserkers are wielding silvered weapons." And she stares at all of you.
We
Wolves here
similarly
too.
are wielding silvered weapons. We had an encounter with werewolves.
Yes, we noticed the silvered weapons when you arrived. I just thought that you should know, is all. That they also have such weapons. And you
When we
see
first
Adrian give her a
encountered,
look like, this is why we shouldn't have said anything. And then she gives
we
him a
first
look like, fuck
encountered the
you.
blue raven.
Mm.
We found it near a stump, and there was gear stored in there. It looked like it was gear for a woman.
Well,
And coincidentally, this raven has also been referred to as a her multiple times. Just something I noticed.
yeah, so they are going to make a group deception. So they say, all at once, they say completely different things. How strange. Birds have many genders. Clothing in this woods, how unusual.
Does that
I'm
sound
just
like a
going to
reason
sort of
we
look
should
at them and
make
smile.
stuff up?
And say,
It definitely sounds like they are feeling like they are getting backed into a quarter, and they don't know how best to deal with it right now. Keeping in mind that all their rolls are at negatives because they have 5 to 6 stacks of exhaustion, so they're pretty beat to shit. All of you with your passives. Wait, sorry. Everyone except Anna. You guys know that they know a lot more about what's going on with the Blue Raven. That it's very weird that they felt like they needed to tell you about the silver. Are they implying that you guys have a weakness to silver? Like, why would they feel the need to point that out to you? And other things. It's a lot of weird stuff. Now, one could argue that this is a detail that would make sense because if these druids, are trying to defend their land against encroaching werewolves, they would obviously have their best fighters equipped with silvered weapons, etc., etc., etc. But a little weird. It's definitely weird. They're definitely being evasive. They're definitely hiding something.
Perhaps you will trust us more when we come back with your father.
We would trust you with our lives if you could save my father.
We could also be more open and honest rather than this.
I don't
Whatever.
think this is something that we need to press them on right now.
Yes, because everyone, Stefania says, staring you down, everyone has secrets, don't they? And maybe you don't want those secrets out just yet.
Our secret is that we're from another world.
Oh, I think there's more than that. And Adrian's like pulling on her, like, please stop, don't ruin this. They're gonna save our dad.
Can
Adrian,
Eric roll?
don't worry, we're still gonna do this.
Can
You're a
Eric,
very nervous fellow, Adrian.
can Eric roll a wisdom saving throw?
If you want to. Is this about your fears?
No, it's going to determine what he says next.
Oh, I mean, that's up to you. If you want dice to guide your roleplay, you are always encouraged to do so.
Okay. Will it be? Do you want to? No, it won't be hidden, right?
No, it'll just be, just go for it. Okay. So, I mean, let that guide you however you feel it should.
He'll give an apologetic look over to Tiernan and then Reed and Darius, who is Habitat at this point, I guess. Alright, I'm done with the secrets, I'm done with this place, and if we're risking our lives to help you and Anna over here get this wine, let's stop pretending we don't know what's going on, okay? As we said before, we fought werewolves, we have silver, and you seem like reasonable enough people to know that a good chance one of us was bitten, or perhaps we all were, and Eric will show his bite wound.
Mm. Elvir looks grim. Adrian looks sad. And Stefania looks vindicated. I knew it. I could smell it on them. And then Adrian says, but you are not werewolves. You are bit. But have you changed?
No.
Not all of us were bit, and none of us have changed yet. The first full moon since then isn't for
21
half a
days.
month or more. This is something that we do know about, and it is something that we plan on rectifying. This was just more pressing.
Stefania says, I see. Well, if gold has no motivation for you, we can certainly guide you towards a possible cure. The world ill needs more lycanthropes in it.
It's just a different cure than the hag.
The
That's all we've
hag?
heard of so far.
Which hag? Baba
Jenny?
Lysaga?
No.
You know of Jenny Greenteeth?
We know a dusk elf that knows of her.
And they trusted you enough to tell you.
I guess so.
I see. Well, they may be similar in nature then. The cures we know of.
I'm sure we can talk about this more once everyone
Of course.
is safe. We don't want to lose the rain before we attempt this. Eric, are you satisfied?
Yes. Forgive me, but I'm not good at this whole secretive bullshit.
No, that's fine.
Okay. So, I guess the question is, for what is to come, do you want to bring all of your NPC companions? Because the more people that are there, the more chances to fail group checks.
Good question.
But also, the more people that are there, the better action economy and hit point spread if things get real rowdy.
I'm gonna be honest, we could probably leave Izzy and Mackenzie, because I don't want to try pilot Darius and Mackenzie and put them at risk. Well, Mackenzie at least.
Yeah, and I'm always too afraid to have Izzy do anything because I don't want her to get hurt.
Okay.
How messed
She's
up
real
is
good
it?
at dodging, though. So, I feel like Agatha would want to go, even if we were like, "Hey, Agatha, maybe you should stay here." So we'll bring her.
Okay.
I'd rather not. She's an old lady.
Fine. I'll slot Agatha as my companion for right now.
Oh shit! Okay, here I'll give you full control. Please, control yourself with her many powerful skills and abilities.
Ah, yes, yes.
Let me see. All right, I'll give her a long rest to get those abilities refreshed. Okay. Here we go.
All right. So if I've got Agatha, and what Anna? Do you have Alexi?
Yeah.
Why do you say it like that?
Reed, you want to slot Eastmark? Is Eastmark slottable? I think he is, right?
Wait.
I mean, I know you want to slot Eastmark. Do you want him as
Dang. Is that
Wait.
is that the right term now? I'm so far behind. Is that what the
I don't
halflings are
know.
calling it? Like,
I'll have to
Hold
ask
on.
Sibo later.
nice.
We're trying to be stealthy, so should we have
Well,
Ismark with
well,
us?
I'm already on
I'm
crutches.
already going to give us
so-
disadvantage on stealth, but hopefully that'll balance out with the rain. But my splint mail is not sneaky.
The only
So-
people that are sneaky here are Reed and Anna.
I
I
believe
feel like Alexi's probably sneaky.
I think that I'll leave the siblings on NPC until like you guys hit level 5. That seems like a good transition point. Yeah, that works. That works. Okay. But they definitely want to go with you. They want to help. I mean, Eastmark came here to do this, so he doesn't want to be left behind.
I mean, I think we should bring him.
Yeah, Reed would want the
Okay.
boat with them.
Okay.
Okay. Arinya? Quiet.
Of course. Telling me to be quiet, please.
Well, you have a habit of talking too much.
Oh, who's talking right now, though? That's you.
That would be-
You're talking. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I have to talk to you. I have to talk to you.
You're
to
still
communicate.
talking because you don't understand the stealth.
Reed just kind of holds up the silent, looks at them both.
Oh man, this M ability in here, Crash. This is real good.
Isn't it though?
Now I'm curious.
All right, yeah. Reed's gonna start going sneaky.
Okay.
No, as he hobbles.
All right. I'll bunch y'all up. So the question is, you're trying to approach the back door, so you're gonna try to sneak through Le Garden.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me give you a shot of the back. Okay.
What?
All right. Right? It's like we just got our computer in the early 2000s and we're playing a fun video game. It's such good support for this camp. I can't even believe it. So that's the door you're after. You guys are having the meeting over there.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you'll need to go. I would probably not recommend going straight down the road. So you may have to circle around through the
Holy
vineyards.
shit, it's that covered in like fucking moss and ivy?
Yeah. They live in harmony with the land.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
But if they got vine blights, man, it's gonna be hard to figure out where the vine blights are. I mean, look at this pile of twig blights. Oh, I mean firewood. Yeah. So you'd probably want to either approach from this side or this side. Now, something worth mentioning is the windows on the.
can you ping the door that we're looking for again?
Yep, it's right there.
Okay, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So-
then is the like barn thing over here? Is that where the mold stuff was?
No, that's the stables.
That's the stables.
Okay.
Yep. The mold is in the basement.
Okay.
Now these two like little castle tower thingies, those are the stairwells.
Right.
And let's see. The reason that there's a little chimney here is that this is not actually storage. This is their glass blowing studio.
Oh, cool.
And
Model.
yeah, exactly, for the bottles. And then this right here would be the loading bay. Here, I could also take you to the front of the building if that would help you guys get a better sense of what it looks like other than a drawing. But you could kind of impose that blueprint over this essentially. So let me see. Here we go. Alright, so this is the front of the house. Now, what's interesting is they have all of the second story windows have storm shutters, and the storm shutters are closed, except for 2 of the windows on the back of the house on the second floor are open. Now, based on the blueprints, the residentials are all here in the front, and they all have the storm shutters closed. Because of the situation with the rain and stuff, I can't give you too much far away intel on what you see, but this is generally the front of the house, and you've got the stable, the loading bay, front door that leads into like warehouse and storage area, veranda. Off to the side, there's an outhouse. They didn't mention that because I guess it didn't seem noteworthy. And then there's an entrance from the veranda to the working area where they make the wine. So, now that you have a bit more information on that. Oh, also, there is no attic. The ceiling is actually kind of open because that is where they let the ravens roost. Is in the eaves of the roof.
Rookery.
Yeah, it's kind of a rookery up there, yeah. Now, the ravens, as they've told you, have been killed and chased off. And they have tried to use some ravens to kind of, distract so that they could get in there and scout and whatnot, but the druids are definitely wise to trained ravens. And here, even in this CG rendering, you can see them fat-ass grapes. Look at them fat-ass grapes. Alright, so the intention then is the back door, and you guys are going to wind your way around. Okay. So, I'm going to say that with the rain and the time of day, you will not have to make any checks. You will be able to get onto the map without any checks. So they will not be able to see your approach because of the weather. But once you're on the map, then you will need to make some checks. So let me go ahead and get you onto the map. Now, did you want to approach from the fields where you can see the door, the fields where you can't see the door, or do you want to just stomp through their garden and head straight for it?
I think the field where you can see the door.
Okay.
Because there's not as much. I mean, like the porch doesn't wrap around on that side, and like it's got more of a back side field than the other does. I feel like we'll be less likely to be seen from over there.
Yeah, it looks like more cover too. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. I'll
And
take.
that tree, yeah.
So I'm going to say that with the weather and making sure that you weren't seen, it took about 2 hours to loop around and get into a good position. So it is almost 3 o'clock. You got about 2 hours of rain left. All right. And I'll put on some different music. All right. And I'll activate the map. And are you guys able to see on this map?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. All right, excellent. So you can see the door is within sight. It's right over there. In fact, in case you didn't know what a door looked like, Benios has this handout for you.
Oh. Like
Does
one
that
of those.
right? Does that kind of clear things up for everybody a little bit? All right, sweet.
I'm surprised he had the foresight to make an image like this for a door.
Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? Let me also provide some clarity. I mentioned a pile of wood earlier, so I want you guys to just make sure that you understand what I meant by that. So that, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, those logs.
Yeah.
By the cart. Okay. Yeah.
We can get a second cart. We just need another donkey.
Yeah. In the garden, they
Alternatively,
grow.
we could not steal these people's cart.
Yeah, in the garden they grow something called vegetables. So I was going to show you those real quick.
Well, that seems like one vegetable, and it's cabbage. But
Well, there's another.
I guess in the
yeah,
back
yeah,
behind
yeah,
it.
yeah. Okay. And then there's the shaggy ass of the house. And 2 of those windows on the second floor are not shuttered, as you could probably see in the picture.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what is the
That's a
play?
pretty. Do the windows look like they? If well, I mean, I guess probably have to get closer first.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and let me turn on the rain. I'm gonna leave the rain off. There's a lot going on this map, and we're just gonna theater of the mind pretend that there's rain because I don't want the map to be crunching too hard with rain also, and it's not set up to have no rain inside, so it would be weird. But yeah, it's raining hard still.
This
Thank you.
this dilapidated looking part here. What is this?
All right, so my best guess is that they were building like an additional like outdoor platform for squashing grapes and whatnot, but kind of abandoned it because the weather's so shit, and so it's just kind of like a dilapidated wooden structure.
Big enough to like hide behind?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it would definitely provide some cover. Yep.
All right, I think we should. I think we should move up and hide behind that outbuilding there, and then perhaps Reed or Eric should go and test the door.
Okay.
Why y'all volunteer me, man?
Reed goes, I can go in case it's locked.
Well, I would have said Eric. I mean, I would have said Reed, but if there needs to be like a quick
Okay.
pivot done at some point.
All right. So while you're having
Like,
this,
better.
while you're leaning against this wood, having this dilapidated structure, having this conversation, Tiernan, you notice that there are thorn bushes and brambles that are kind of growing in and out of the dilapidated structure, and one of them lunges for you. And then, here we go.
In like a roll initiative way, or in like
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Okay.
All right, so a 24-6. And then I'll get you guys into some initiative here. All right. Boy, there's a lot of you. There's a lot of you. Here we go. All right. And then Alexi would not be an initiative. And Agatha would not be an initiative. All right. So I'll pause that. All right. Everybody's rolled in. Looks like it. All right. Did it roll all my dice? It's doing that thing again. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Maybe? Wow. Feels like it's rolling one initiative at a time, which is a very weird setting. Or it's just struggling. Let me see. Okay. You guys were able to roll in on initiative, right?
I had to use the combat encounter to do it. It won't roll it off of token action HUD.
Yeah.
Oh. This is wild. Yeah, this is the second game in, less than 24 hours that's had issues rolling initiative. I can't tell if there's like something that's causing like a conflict or slowing it down or what. Let's see. Okay. Hold on. Alright, I guess I'll roll him manually and just punch him in real quick. Let's see. Okay. We'll begin. Alright. Alright. It works out So initiative goes to this one that won the initiative initially. It was slashing at Tiernan, and it slashes again on its turn. Uh, 21 for 5, but it's actually going to do half damage and stab down into your foot, impaling you to the ground. So your speed is reduced to 0 until the start of this creature's next turn. And because you were damaged, you may steal.
I will.
Okay.
Might want to regain 2. It was half damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And here, this will be red, you know, in case there's more than one.
Just in case.
Yep. But on the bright side, as long as nobody cries out, it's very loud from the rain and the rumbling thunder and stuff like that. And this creature, other than making like a serpentine hiss, it hasn't like screamed or anything like that. It's almost like if you were next to one of them rock walls on like a farm that are like notorious for like snakes being in them, and you just happened to be like leaning against it, and like you woke up the snake that was inside and it like struck out at you. That's kind of the vibe that's happening here. It's only because you were literally right next to the creature that it seems to have noticed you. All right, so give me let's see, Tiernan, what are you gonna do?
I am going to bonus action Steelskin Ointment myself.
Okay.
And then I'm going to swing at him with my battle axe.
Okay. 15 is going to hit. The creature takes 7 points of damage. It is not bloodied.
All right, I will pass to Eric.
All right. Eric, you're up.
Alright, he's going to pull out his hand crossbow and just make this a regular shot.
Okay.
And it won't be at disadvantage because of crossbow expert.
Ooh, very nice. Okay.
17 for 8 piercing.
All right. 17 for 8 piercing will kill it.
And I guess I will pass to Reed. Nets.
Oh, I know why they weren't rolling in. The instances of them were broken. That makes sense. Okay. You're passing to Reed? Alright, Reed, you're up. Unfortunately, there's no visuals of any creatures, but you do see that, yeah, once you guys are up on this, this structure is definitely overgrown with plant life.
Do I see anything that looks very similar to this thing?
You could do a... you could use your action for a search action, and that might reveal more.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception. Or investigation.
Yeah, 6 of
Okay.
one, half dozen of the other. Let's try perception.
Okay. Ooh, yeah. It's hard to tell. With the rain, like, all the plants are visibly moving as the rain kind of spatters against them.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Bonus action.
But you do feel that there are more creatures lurking in the plants, or maybe the plants are creatures, but you can't discern like which are which at this point.
Okay, then yeah, I'll bonus action hide,
Okay.
and I will pass to who has good perception that's hasn't gone. I'll pass to Irina.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Arena, you want her to do a perception check? Here we go. She has no idea.
Yeah.
All right. She will pass to Anna, because Anna always has ideas.
Oh my gosh. So Tiernan just killed something.
Oh no, I hit it. Eric killed it.
Okay. Want me to lure him out?
That might actually work.
Hmm?
Okay. With a burst of speed, Annam's going to move around to the other side of this, whatever it is.
Ooh, breaking cover from the house.
Try and hug the walls. They might not be able to see you from the rooftop or windows.
She'll move here with her newly...
All right. As you move out of this space, some of the plant life comes alive, and it will use a reaction to attack you. Its intention is to immobilize you if it can land the hit. 18 for 6, so 3 damage, and then you are immobilized. Until the start of its next turn. Which could be coming up pretty quick if you were to pass to it. But what are you going to do when you get slowed down there? Or...
Okay, so I have no movement, which means I can't dodge. Swing back at it.
Okay. Oh yeah, 25 for 10, fantastic hit, and it dies. A lot of monsters have randomized HP, so if you're like, wait a minute, the other one didn't even get bloodied. Yeah, some monsters are going to show up and have eaten their Wheaties, and some are going to show up and maybe they dump their Constat. Alright, it dies.
She will bolster Eastmark
Okay.
with her bonus action, and then Alexi's going to dodge.
Alright, sounds good.
That felt painful for Anna to say, didn't it?
He is going to ready an action to attack one if he sees it. So if something comes within range that is an enemy, he will attack it. That is his trigger. And then he will pass. Rita's already gone. Arena's already gone. He will pass to Darius.
Not much you can do, so he'll move here. And just hug the wall.
Okay. Alrighty. So then you, Darius, then would pass to the remaining creatures. Okay. So, one appears out of the foliage, and with Anna moving towards the house and being pinned, she's the best target. So it is going to use needles. And it fires needles from its back. 16 for 10. Alright.
Ouch.
And then it has nothing else that it could do, but it might... Yeah, it's going to start scurrying away, and it looks like it's heading towards that wood pile for some reason. Alright. And let's see. I gotta remove these guys from initiative. Here we go.
Well, on the plus side, we know the wood pile's safe, because Crash said it was definitely not twig bites.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's what I said. Yep. And then this one is removed. Alright, and then it would pass to this cutie right here, who would appear. And let's see. Anna's the closest to the house, so I think it would also target Anna. So here's another needles. 10 is going to miss. It will use its reaction for ricochet. If its attack misses, it can spend its reaction to make another attack against a different target within 15 feet of the original target, so it will be against Eastmark. which is also deflected by his armor. Unsuccessful. The creature is going to... what's the creature going to do? It's going to just run that way. Alright. And that will be the end of the round. Nobody got damaged, so they can actually start passing to each other, these two.
I will use my DM inspiration to steal.
Okay. Play passes to you, Eric.
Seeing Anna gets hit, he's going to run around. Notice this one running, as well as this one. He's then going to stand front of her, pull out his hand crossbow, take aim, and shoot the one right here.
Okay. Uh, 17 is going to hit. And which damage am I taking from that?
Just 4.
Just 4? Okay. It takes 4 damage. It is not bloodied. But I don't know. I don't think I have to say that because it has health bars. But it doesn't look like the health bars are displaying for everybody for some reason.
Oh no, I can.
I can see it.
Oh,
yeah,
you guys can see it? Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bonus action, second shot.
Okay. Ooh, okay. An 11 is not enough. The creature's quills...
I will use my Faspiration.
Oh, very nice. Okay. That
15.
will hit. It takes 4 points of damage, right? As it does, it is bloodied, and when it is bloodied, I believe this guy... let's see. This guy used his reaction, but I don't believe this is a reaction-based ability. I think this is just a bloodied ability. While bloodied, okay, so from its wounds, it is bleeding this sap, and you see that the sap is hardening around the creature, giving it a bonus to its armor class. So it's actually making the armor class of the creature go up.
Okay.
All right. Anything else from Eric?
Movement-wise, I'm comfortable where I'm at. Action, bonus action. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. The creature was damaged and it's gonna steal. And all right, go once, go twice, and sold. Okay. Here we go. Alright, gets its reaction back, and then it is going to run to here, and then it is going to run around the building, out of sight. Okay.
So much for sneaking.
It will pass to... it will pass to... Yeah, it's going to pass to Fussy, who is by the wood pile. Alright. And... Oh, does somebody want to do something? What? No? Nobody?
Do we have Fanspo?
I don't know. I think it's just for this little thing. I think it's worth letting him just go.
Okay. Alright. This guy begins to pick up pieces of wood and kind of hit them against the wood pile, and that will be its action. But in doing so, you see that the pile of wood begins to stir. As if whatever is in there is waking up.
I'd be really concerned if Crash didn't say that definitely wasn't a twig blade.
Yes. Well, we all, yeah.
No, I trust my dungeon master, Crash.
Oh, man. You're making this real rough. Alright, anyways. Let's see. Its job completed. It's going to start running towards the front of the house. That away. Alright. It's going to pass to the wood pile.
I'm gonna, depending on how long this immobilization lasts, I might use my inspiration to steal.
Oh yeah,
Second
with
one.
this guy being dead, it would just last through. It can't really pass to him anymore because he's dead. I was just say with it being dead, that'll end the immobilize.
Okay, then I'll
Okay.
use my inspiration and I'll steal.
Okay. All right.
All right, you
Use.
guys want me to go after the north one, or do you want me to go after the other one?
The
Because they're
one
gonna go
that's
get.
closest to you.
Okay, she'll move over and attack.
Okay. 24/7 is going to hit.
If it doesn't die, I'm gonna unleash incarnation. Oh, she's not up. Oh, I can't do that.
Okay.
I'll summon Dana.
Okay.
And then I will pass to Lexi. What should I do, bud? Lexi will just stay here. And she will pass to Tiernan, since he can see them, I think.
Okay. Passing to Tiernan. All right. Tiernan, you're up. So
Are you able
Anna
to take
went. Tiernan went. Got it.
opportunity attacks from Dana's spot? I don't remember.
Yeah, I can just.
Okay. I will move to here, and then I'll bonus action step, and then I will swing at it. Because there's no way I'm going to be able to do anything about that other one. It's too far away.
Okay. All right. Yeah. 16 for 10. We'll finish it off. All right. What now?
I will pass to. Actually, wait. Now Agatha's going to go.
Yeah. Oh damn.
Run over this way.
Okay.
Well, because that other one went around this way, right? Or did it go around the?
That is the way that it went.
Okay.
Okay.
Just looking to see it. I still don't see it. Then she's gonna dash.
All right.
Back.
So as you broke cover and started stomping into the garden, you heard from the second floor window that sound effect. Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. That's how I'm feeling about it too. Sure. All right.
We'll pass to Irene.
Okay. All right. Okay. She says, she doesn't say anything because she wants to be more quiet than Eric. All right. She's gonna run up to here, and then she's gonna run past Eric. Oh no! Why did our music change? Hold on. The session's not over. Hold on a sec. Ugh. All right. Hold on. Okay. So she's gonna run past Eric, dash action, and then she will run to here, I guess, and then she will bonus action help Eric. So you would have the advantage on the next not attack roll that you did. Pretty sure that's how helpful works. There you go. Yeah, so the help action, if you needed it for something. All right, and that will be her turn. She will pass to Reed.
Once again, my turn when there's no enemies visible. I will.
Well, I mean, this firewood's moving around for some reason.
Yeah, I will hold an attack
Mm-hmm.
coming from here. Once I see something, I'll shoot into it.
Okay.
And I will continue to bonus action hide,
Okay.
so I can maintain advantage.
All right, so
And
you're gonna ready action.
is to attack.
All right.
I'll say. Well, can I make it as broad as any movement I see that is coming from this
So
swath?
an enemy within range.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That works. Okay.
And I will pass to Eastmark.
All
Any
right.
movement. Eastmark moves.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm asking.
We said enemy. You said it. You clarified enemy.
Eastmark says, "I will go after the one that escaped," and he's gonna go for it with his mighty speed of 20 because he's got a broken foot. Nope. That's it. That's him. Okay. He will pass to Darius.
Oh wait, that's me.
Yep.
All right, you said that we noticed there's something moving within the
Oh
hollow
yeah.
wood, right?
Mhm.
Hold on. Yeah, he can make that.
Okay.
Okay, Darius is going to. He's going to dash
Okay.
right before the pile.
All right.
Bonus action, he will use. He's going to use dig deep and gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing for 1 minute.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, that's his turn.
Okay. So you move, dash, bonus action. Okay. Who do you want to pass to? The firewood or whatever happened on the second floor?
Firewood.
All right. Let's see. All right. You pass to the closest one. It's edgy. There we go. So the sticks kind of rise up, and you see that mixed with the broken firewood, the brambles, the dried wood, are like fleshy tendrils of rotten meat and the bones of long dead animals.
I assume my shot goes off.
Oh yeah, go for it. It lets out sort of a wind chime sound as it animates. All right. The shot, even with advantage, misses the mark.
Yeah.
Hitting some wood next to it, but that wood was not part of its body. All right. With a convenient target right there, the creature will just attack, and it is going to use Les Claws.
He's going to use as a reaction cross counter.
All right.
So he'll reduce it by 13.
There you go. So he takes no damage from the attack, and then he counterattacks for 10.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that will kill it. Very nice.
Yes. Man, I could play Darius good. Let's hit. Let's know.
I will say, since you reduce the crit to 0, the crit will not cause an injury.
Thank God.
All right, so then it's going to pass to its buddy. Who's its buddy? That's its buddy right there. All right. Climbing over the body of the fallen, it is going to just scamper over to here, and it will attack Darius. Here we go.
Misses.
And misses. Alright, it is going to use its bonus action for Shifty, and then it is going to keep moving, and it's going to put itself Nope, doesn't have enough movement for that. It's gonna put itself here. Yeah, so it's just gonna move away from Darius and then next to Eric. All right, it will pass to Tireless Twig Blight. Tireless Twig Blight is gonna wake up, and right away it will attack Darius.
Miss.
All right, and then it is going to use Shifty, and then it is going to run over here. And you see that they are pretty slow. They only have a 20 speed. Not as fast as the Pokeboys that were rocking the 30 speed. All right, and then it's going to pass to Ingenious. All right, Ingenious is going to appear. And
These
it's...
are obviously illusions. So it's funny that we're bothering to waste our economy attacking them.
I mean, that's pretty metagamey. That's pretty metagamey. All right, it misses, and it is going to disengage and run to here. There we go. Getting a flank on Eric for next time. All right, it's going to pass to Exuberant. Exuberant is going to appear, roll out of the pile, attack Darius.
He'll take half for 2.
Okay, and then it will disengage and move to here. All right, and then they will pass to whatever was going on the second floor. Oh man, Negligent. Okay. Let's see. Negligent could have sworn he saw an old lady out the window. So he, using his keen hearing and sight as a scout, is going to do a perception check.
Being negligent, he's just gonna say, "Nah, it must have been the wind."
He's gonna do a perception check. All right, so let's see.
At disadvantage, because of the rain.
Because of the rain. But because of keen hearing and sight, he has advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing or sight. So it will be a flat check. So that is what he does with his turn. So he kind of leans out the window, kind of listens. I would say, Reed, from your position, you could vaguely see a hooded figure wearing an animal skull mask in the window.
Oh, if only I still had a held action.
All right. And he seems to be like scanning and listening to what's going on outside, and then his body language indicates that he has at least seen Agatha.
For color only, I'll kind of pull her down.
Okay, fair enough. And then that is it for them. So going into the next round, he will... The other scout would be somewhere else in the building. Would he go get the other scouts over an old lady? He is negligent. He would do something, but I feel like negligent, he would do the worst choice. You know what? He'll take care of her himself. So he's going to pass to... let's see. Yeah, he's going to pass to this Resolute Needleblight who ran away. And the Resolute Needleblight is going to seek out more friends. And try to spawn them into battle. Alright, and then it will pass back to the scout. Alright, but the scout doesn't realize that Agatha is on a B-team contract. She has done nothing to gain any threat or anything. So he looks at shooting her, but then he sees this sweet old lady, and he's like, what kind of a monster am I? But then he sees this jawline next to her, and he's like, Now, you have good cover there, Reed. So... they are going to ready a shot, and basically they want a target that does not have full cover is what they're going to hold their shot for.
Do you guys remember, did I bonus action hide again?
I don't know. Did you? I thought you You came out of hiding, and then you just...
Yeah, I came out of hiding to shoot, and then I had a
Oh.
bonus.
Okay.
Well, you reaction shot, right? So has it
Oh, that
come
would have
back to you
that
yet?
would have broken your hiding, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, he's readying an action. Your ready would actually be gone, right? Because your turn
Mhm.
hasn't come back around yet.
Correct.
Okay, got it. All right, and then yeah, he'll pass to you to see what you do.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Is he within approximately 80 feet of me? Like,
Let me see.
or would I have disadvantage
Hop into
shot into range?
you. He is. He's about 70 feet away and about 15 feet up, give or take, on the second floor window.
Okay. I would love to hide, but I assume I can't since he is looking pretty much straight at me.
If you could break line of sight with him, you could hide. He's looking at you from right about here. Can you see me pinging?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you could break line of sight, yeah, you could hide.
Ooh.
You just can't World of Warcraft rogue just like put your arms up to the side and go.
I can't Skyrim duck. And
Yeah. Well, again, as long as you could break line of sight, sure.
Yeah. Can he? Can I literally crouch down behind this fully?
And... Yeah. You just gotta look for a piece of it that's like low enough, and then you're just trying to break line of sight. Give me a hide check.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
All right. I'm gonna attempt then, either whether I have advantage or not.
Though it has been established, these guys have keen hearing and sight.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I will stand back up and fire a crossbow bolt into him.
Okay.
Up to you if I have advantage.
You do not have advantage. He was aware of you. You're aware of him. You both exchange shots.
All right, 14.
All right. I'm going to say standing up to get the shot. You do not have this as good a cover as you had before, so you will have a +2 to your AC on this, though. All right. Here's the shot from him.
His is much better.
All right. So a 19 for 6. All right. And you got a 14 for 4. A 14 actually would hit him, so you tag him for 4 damage.
Ooh, and I do not have sneak attack because I do not have advantage.
Correct.
Got it.
All right.
I will pass to Tiernan.
Okay.
Unless he steals.
He can. He already acted this round.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So Reed passes to Tiernan. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna run down over to here.
Okay.
Well,
you're just in the middle of them now.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna swing at the one above me.
Okay. Yeah, that hits for 6 damage. The creature is bloodied, but still standing.
Bonus action. Which bonus action do I want to take? Can I take cover behind air? No. I will bolster Darius.
Okay. Darius gets bolstered. All right. And then?
That's me done. Has that one gone already or not?
It has not gone yet.
Okay, I'm assuming he'll steal. If he doesn't, I'll pass to Darius.
He's gonna steal. All right, Exuberant Twig Blight is going to go. It will move to here to get a flank from its buddy, and it will attack you with a +2. Here we go. And miss really bad. And then it's going to... It will disengage. Yeah, sure. It will disengage with its bonus action, and it'll move to here.
Crash, I'm sorry. Reed is unconscious.
Oh,
Wait,
Okay.
what?
He took damage
Ah.
and he failed a con save.
Fractured skull.
Yeah, told you guys.
Wait, you just remind me of something. I'm so sorry, Trash. I need to make
Okay.
2 con saves.
Sure, go for it.
Was it 2 or? Yeah, it was 2.
Okay. These are for your broken ribs?
Yeah, I wouldn't have made the first attack then. So
Okay. It says here that if you fail this DC 8 con save, you lose your action to painful coughing fit. All right, so we'll just, I guess we'll retroactively just, your next action will be a painful coughing fit, but it also caused a complication, which I guess now for the rest of the round we've got that happening. 19s and 20s. Oh
and
boy.
this
All
this is
right.
the second one.
All right.
Okay, that one's good then.
All right. Spicy times. Okay. All right. So play continues then. Let's see. Keep in mind that a bonus action is an action. So if you take a bonus action or an action in combat, you got to make the con save for each action you're taking. Bonus actions are actions. Just throwing that out there. And minor actions are actions. So if you're bolstering and things like that, that would also trigger another save. So, let's see. That creature moved to there. It didn't hit Tiernan. It's going to pass to another one. Let's see. They're pretty sloppy. They'll just kind of like do whatever. This one's going to use Shifty to disengage from... No, wait. Eric's right there. It's going to attack Eric with the flank. Here we go.
Misses.
All right, and then it's gonna disengage, and it's gonna move. Let's see, right past Alexi. Oh, there's a reed on the ground. All right, I don't think it has the movement to get there though. Let me see. It was here, and it would go there. So it looks like it turned the corner, and it sees a dodging Alexi who is not a threat, but it also sees tasty meat and delicious, nourishing blood.
Why does everyone want to eat me?
And
Oh, this is the one that started next to me, correct?
yeah, but it used a disengage. But if you have an ability that
I-
can,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. all right, because it's just used disengage as a bonus action.
Warning strike.
Okay.
So when it leaves my reach, I can use a reaction to make a melee attack to stop it from moving.
All right, so use a reaction to activate that ability. And a 15 is going to hit, and you hit for 4, and so as it leaves your reach, it dies.
Oh shit! Really? Nice.
Yeah, random HP. Some of these guys have like 2 hit points. It's all randomized. All right, and let's see. Since he died, he will pass to someone else. Let's see. I got to start getting some of these guys out of the initiative. Because it's just junk. You guys okay with me deleting people that are dead? Is that?
Yes.
By all means.
All right, cool. So gone,
Once we
gone,
get that awesome
gone.
complication where people get back up.
Yeah, I'll just roll like for that type of monster. I won't roll for every single monster. Like it'll be like Team Twig gets like 1 chance to come back to life, sort of thing.
Looks like we played a serious game of paintball back here.
For real. And then this guy right here. All right. Okay. So then let's see. Boo, 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 boo. All right. Now play will pass to the courtly twig bite. All right. It does the sweet curtsy. And then it is going to, I guess, just claw at Eric.
That hits.
16 for 3. And it will disengage and start running that way. Okay. It will pass to...
Eric will steal.
Oh, Eric's going to steal. Okay. Eric,
And
you're up.
He can't do anything because it's a coughing fit.
Oh, fair. Oh,
But he will.
well, you could do a bonus action, right? Because you lose the action that triggered the save. So we'll assume that, you know, the one that triggered it was an action. But you could still take a move and a bonus action, right?
Oh, okay.
Yep. But if you do take the bonus action, you would roll another con save.
Well,
Yeah.
I have a good.
Yeah, you got a great constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? It's fine. Screw
Yeah.
it. I. Well, actually, no. He can't do anything. He won't do what he wants to do
Mm-hmm.
because it's a bonus action, and he'll need it for something else. So he will just move right here
Mm-hmm.
and just hug. No, he'll stay right here by Arena,
Okay.
and he'll pass to Darius.
Okay. All right. As you pass to Darius, what's Darius do? Darius gets his reaction back.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna run up and punch this guy.
Okay. An 8 does not hit.
All right. He will, as a bonus action, he'll spend. He'll spend a Moxie point to do 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Okay. Moxie to do 2 more unarmed strikes. All right. That first 16 for 9 kills it.
Nice. Now, because he technically still has that second strike, can he move up if he has enough movement speed and take down this one as well with the second one?
I mean, generally, 5e allows you to do that. Everyone has the 3rd edition equivalent of spring attack. So, yeah, if you it just gets added to your pool of stuff.
Okay, so he'll move up ahead and last attack on this one.
All right. Yeah, that'll do it, and it dies.
This is just like crash rolling for Darius.
Yeah, yeah.
I just wanna-
Almost the same gameplay experience. Almost the same gameplay experience.
Just let's know I did good. Okay, just let him know that.
All right. I mean, he's in chat asking. So.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Shit.
All right. So, what do you who do you want to pass to? We'll finish up this round and then we'll call it.
Arena.
All right. Gonna pass to Arena. All right. Arena's going to move up to the door, and she's gonna whisper to you, Eric. Are we still sticking to the plan?
Just hold on for one place. Hold on for 6 more seconds.
Okay. She opens the door.
I said hold on!
All right. And then she's gonna pass to Eastmark and motion for Eastmark to run over. And Eastmark try his best with his hurt leggies. There we go. Would Eastmark have? Wait, hold on. Would Eastmark have noticed Reed? Reed was like dipping down to hide.
I mean, technically, I'm behind. He can't
Yeah,
see me behind.
yeah. All right. Yeah, I feel like if he had, but like his passive perception with a -5 from like disadvantage, he just wouldn't have really seen much of anything besides the rain. So yeah, he'll just run into the building. Okay. He'll pass to that hunter is not actually in initiative because Negligent didn't bother to notify him, and then Anna to finish this up.
Okay, Alexi, what does he have to do to get Reed up?
Just a DC 10 medicine check.
Oh boy. He will try.
All right.
50-50. Medicine.
All right, that is a success. And then give me a D6 for Alexi to see if he garners any aggro.
Oh
He does not. Only gains a point of threat.
Okay.
All right.
And isn't there a bonus action they can do to remove threat?
Believe so, yeah.
Then he'll do that.
Okay.
And Anna, I don't know if she can get there. Let's find out.
I don't know if it's a bonus action. It might be an actual action. It's the duck action. So
Yeah, I feel like it is a
Yeah.
full action.
Yeah, it combos good if they have a bonus action, because then they could do the bonus action and then immediately duck to kind of wipe the aggro if it didn't, go to the next stage or whatever.
Sure,
All right.
sure.
So yeah, he would
Okay.
still have it. There you go.
Anna will move there and attack the one remaining um, blight that she could see.
Okay. All right. That is going to hit, and that will finish him off. So Anna, with your passive perception in the rain, you are barely aware that you exist. Apparently, that is how low your, uh, from what I'm looking at, your perception would be. So you do not know that there is a archer up in the window. You probably wouldn't even know that this door is open all the way over here because the rain is just pounding so hard. But yeah, as you kind of run south towards your allies, they sort of direct you towards the fleeing blight. You smash it, and you will control the initiative going into the next round. Do you want to finish up your turn then?
We're gonna save all that stuff. So I have a bonus action left. I do. She'll bolster Tiernan if he's in range.
Okay. All right. And then you will control initiative going into the next round. And that's where we will stop for now. Right? Because we're at time, I think. Alright. So let's
Man,
see.
not fighting werewolves is great.
Is what? What is great?
Not fighting werewolves.
Oh,
is
isn't
great.
it? Yeah, yeah.
So far, so good.
Fighting enemies that are scaled for your level appropriately, possibly under your level in some cases. Oh yeah, that's gotta, yeah. That's the roller coaster of Pathfinder 2 I'm finding. You fight something your level, you're like, oof, a little bit of a sweat, broke a little sweat. You fight something one level or more under you, you're like, ah, this is what it's like to be a living god. This is what it's like to be the most powerful being in existence. You fight a monster one level or more over you, you just start weeping openly, just start sobbing on the floor. I can't believe like how tight the math is and how crazy shit gets so quickly with that. But yeah, so this campaign has similar things. Like there's no difficulty slider. Like you get whatever lives in the area that you go to, you get whatever the random encounter is. If it tells me that you got to fight 12 wraiths, then I guess you got to fight 12 wraiths. If it tells you that there's one berserker hanging out by the edge of the lake, there's one berserker hanging out by the edge of the lake. If you choose to go to an area that's way too high in level, it doesn't get de-leveled for you. So it's supposed to be this very like sandbox experience. Hopefully these guys have given you the confidence that maybe you've chosen a level appropriate quest to try and do. All right, cool.
Don't worry, they're just here to lure us into a false sense of security.
Yeah, till we find the
rest
druid.
of-
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the druid does have spells. That's a thing. It does have spells. All right. Let's see. So I have Anna controls initiative going into the next thing, and that is gonna pin, and then we should be able to delete everything else. All right, and then extreme favor would have ended, so we can unpin and delete that. There we go. All right. So let's see. Real quick announcements.
What did you find when you were looking up about well rested?
It doesn't say that it goes away when you camp. So It says it lasts until used, but does not stack. It must always be used first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, it's rare enough when you're finally out and adventuring because there's only so many sanctuaries in the whole campaign. So, yeah. Quick announcements: we got Mythic Odyssey tonight. We got Odyssey Prime tomorrow. Pathfinder Abomination Vaults on Tuesday. We got Cyberpunk Red on Tuesday. Wednesday night, we're going to keep playing some Dragon's Dogma. Thursday, Curse of Strahd Nightfall. Friday, we're going to do some vodcasting, talking about tabletop stuff. Saturday morning, Red Handed Doom will resume. Saturday evening, we'll play some Solasta, and then Sunday morning, we'll be back here. Does anybody have any announcements, any games they're trying to fill, or video games they're looking for people to play with, or any of that?
Red is still looking for one more player for his Fandolin game Saturday nights, 8 o'clock. So yeah.
All right, sounds good. Well, hope everybody enjoys the rest of their Sunday and has a safe and healthy week. And see you around Discord.
Alrighty.